Hey everybody, welcome to Swindler's Den presents Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. I'm Meyore and I'll be the Dungeon Master for today. But before I go anywhere else, let's remind you of our players and their characters. So first up, Battletight, who do you play?
I play Koos, the Aarakocra monk.
Alright, Boss K, who do you play?
I am playing the half Genasi Golgosh.
Ooh, wonderful. Ishingloo, who do you play?
I'm playing Derry Ashmoon, the absent-minded, bumbling moon elf wizard.
All right, and last but not least, Grizlocke, who do you play?
I'm playing Elle, the absent-minded, bumbling old woman. I don't know. She's a druid. There we go.
Ah, yes, of course. All right. Is there anything anyone would like to shout out, by the way? I know we have Curse of Strahd that streams on Wednesdays at what time is Grizz?
That would be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
All right. And yeah, I think that's the bit. So before we get into it, I'd just like to remind everyone, if you like what you see, maybe leave one down below. And if you want to see more, subscribe so that we always know when we have a new video. But now let's do the recap. So, last time on our first session of Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, the group set out on a journey aboard Captain James Richton's ship for Stormwreck Isle. Things quickly went awry, though, as their ship was not cut out to survive the storm they were sailing headfirst into. After fighting tooth and nail to stay afloat, everything came to an end as a massive wave capsized the ship. Our party managed to survive, though, and weathered the storm with a half-destroyed rowboat before finally making landfall on the island. They were quickly beset by drowned sailors raised back from the grave, but managed to come out victorious, before deciding to move further inland to find whoever resided in this mysterious monastery. And we pretty much left off with our folks right on the beach, deciding to head in the jungle. So is there anything else you'd like to say or do before you venture forth?
So let's talk about this captain. I think I was in the air, but I'm going to come back down and talk about this captain. I think our job was to investigate the ship. We've gotten the captain there safely. This captain is very dangerous for our group. Put us on a ship that was not seaworthy. Steered us straight into a storm. Ran away during danger. His crew couldn't even weren't even good mariners to sail the ship. So totally dangerous. But as a monk, I think the right thing for my character to do is to be sure that we get them there safely so they survive. Though being an Aarakocra and a monk who was raised in the jungles of Cholt, the jungles can help you to grow and become courageous. Perhaps we get this captain and at least lead him to the trail that will take him to the other side of the island.
I think they're a bunch of cowards.
I agree.
All these are true statements. Yes.
You do know that if they die, they can't pay us, right? So,
Yeah.
Well,
kind of need
It's
that
not
15 gold, guys. Kind of need it.
it's not my motivation for being here, but I suppose if that's what the group wants, then we should do it.
All right. Yes, perhaps you're right there. We need them to pay us.
They are low on courage, so I'm going to go get them for us. But first, I'm going to fly over to those fallen zombies, collect all the balls that I can, so that the Captain No Balls will be a little more courageous in the future.
You know, I've never read anything about Aarakocra and this strange tradition, but You know, I don't judge, so yeah, I'll wait right here. Yeah.
Growing up in the jungles of Chult, the Terrafolk terrorized our people and destroyed my family. So we requested the help from adventurers to help protect our people. The adventurers were always talking about how they needed to be brave and have balls when going into danger.
And you
As a
took that
soldier,
literally.
as a soldier, I agree with that. Nobody should run away in the face of danger.
You would think that bigger woman, she would be able to help defend. But she was a coward.
Caca, for sure. Caw.
Beauty is wasted on her.
That's why I'm so torn about whether or not we should get them, but seems like we need the gold, so...
All right, so Koos, are you taking off to the zombies and then heading down the coast where the crew went?
Absolutely.
All right, yeah. You know, easy enough. Your talons cut right through the sack. No problem. As you make your way.
I should have 3
down.
sets. I don't want to leave that other set that I dropped off to the captain before, so I should have three sets for each one of their
Alright.
characters.
Yes.
Courage.
You have
Fly over to the captain.
three pairs as you fly
I'll screech
over.
like an eagle. Caw! Screech like an eagle to the captain. Get him to turn around. Fly over
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah, you fly over. Y'all had been chatting for a little bit. They made their way a little bit down. You see Big Bell got an axe out, chopping a palm tree, and Dobbs is kind of just passing a bottle of rum back and forth with Rickton. They look up. Oh, what is it? Y'all find the monastery already?
We're about to take a trip through the jungle and figured you'd want some help. Traveling through the jungle to a settlement on the other side, about a mile through the jungle here. We're going to go to some sort of man-made structure, if you'd like to join us.
Well, honestly, I'd honestly prefer if you were able to scout ahead and find the monastery. And it is getting a bit late out in these parts, and I figured if anything, we can camp here. And if you find the place, just come back in the morning and find us. We won't leave.
Don't be scared. I've brought some balls for you. I've brought some courage. Here you are. This will help get you through the jungle.
Can I talk to the captain as well and kind of threaten him to give us our gold?
Okay, so real quick, Captain will let's just say, oh my, who did we hire? As you drop the balls before him, and then after Koos had flown off, did you start making your way after him, Golgosh?
Well, I got L on my back still, I think, so I guess not. I guess
Okay.
I kind of just shouted it down the beach.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, Captain, who did we hire? And then he hears that kind of faintly coming from down the beach. And he just says, you'll get your gold. This is what we paid you for, is it not? Follow my orders. Find the monastery. We will be here. Thank you for the very interesting token of courage, Goose.
I have absolutely no faith in them.
I guess they're just gonna wait here on the beach. Well, it's a good thing that we killed the only 3 zombies that are in the ocean.
That we think are the only 3 zombies in the
Only
ocean.
3, obviously, that they have concluded. So, I'm sure they'll
Captain,
be
you
safe.
think you're going to be safe? There's zombies have already come out of the ocean. You going to be safe here on the beach? Or do you think there would be more strength in numbers with us and in a settlement?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not too worried about a few undead, but I am worried about what's in that forest there. It's,
Are you sure? You looked a little worried when they came out of the ocean and you went running the other way.
Well, I was just making you earn your pay. Didn't want to get my boots any dirtier. A bit sopping wet still. But we'll probably be fine. put out a campfire, have Dobbs kill some. If he dies, I'll run through the woods. Don't care too much for him at times. Dobbs just kind of like takes a pull of the rum and looks over.
I was gonna say, there.
I was just gonna ask, how much of this rum have they drank, and are they both drunk?
I would say it's about half empty. That it has yet to fully kick in yet, but they'll probably be feeling it here in about a half hour or so. But
Okay, Captain, have it your way. Caca! I'm gonna taking my balls with me.
all right. You take your balls and fly away as the captain just gives you a salute as you fly
And
off.
come back to the party and tell them that seems that they want to stay on the beach. You feel safe on the beach. Wants us to find the monastery and come back for them once we do.
Yeah,
I don't like any of this.
that doesn't make a lick of sense, but okay.
I'm not sure you're gonna get paid for this.
That's what I was saying. They're cowards. They're probably scoundrels. How much
It appears they have no balls and they don't want any more.
How much investigation did anybody do into this guild before we took this job? Because I did not.
I needed money. I saw the notice. I signed up. Sorry.
No need to be sorry to me.
Where is the guild based out of? It's probably based out of Neverwinter, right?
Oh yeah, the Sapphire Tide would be based out of Neverwinter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably know that much about them then.
All right. So are we heading into the woods?
One more thing
So-
before we go. If we are looking for a ship, it might be wrecked on the coast. I'm sure it won't be in a jungle somewhere. So if you were looking for a ship, you might want to stay around the coast. But if you want to get to the settlement, then fastest ways through the jungle.
Yes,
Well, why don't
perhaps
you just...
instead of walking all along this beach, we'll ask the locals if they've seen a ship crash recently besides ours. They might
I
point
think
us
also,
the right direction.
if you hop in the air and do a quick scan, then maybe you'll see some evidence before we go.
Yeah,
But I don't think
I
this
think
is
I think I've done that. Well, I'll
Not as
just
straightforward
I've
as
done
you
that.
think.
Okay,
I thought you
I'll
just-
watch.
I
I'll
thought
watch
you
through the air. I'll be on the treetops, watching from the treetops.
Also, if there was any survivors
Okay.
from that ship we're looking for, they might have gone to the town as well, settlement.
Well, they
Oh,
would
your
need
age has
supplies.
made you wise. Caca, caca.
All right. Now I'd say if you want to stay right above the tree line, Koos, they go up about 20 feet around these parts. Okay. So yeah. So we're all heading in.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just take us over here for a moment as we begin to enter the jungle. Jungle, forest, trees and bushes. As we slowly make our way in, as Koos said, it's not too far to the other side leading into this cove. You guys begin traveling inwards. At a regular pace, you do see that the sun begins to go down. It's not completely gone, but I would say after about 5-7 minutes or so, it kind of begins to become a bit of a twilight. So it's still enough to see, but it's a little dark. And here is a fun thing that we all get to learn right now. I'm going to ask, what is everyone's passive perception?
How do I find my own stats when Or on this map.
Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me do that for you. Just going to add y'all's tokens, like, below the map here or something. I forgot about that. I did this on the other game, and now, okay, there we go. So you should actually be able to see that stuff now. Or you can also just go in the little actor tab and then find your character sheet there as well.
I'm gonna pull everybody up because I think in this black bar section, people actually can't see their characters. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that works too. Okay. So,
I believe my passive perception is 12.
yeah, so it should be it's 8 plus your perception modifier, I believe, if I am not mistaken. So, that would be for you, Golgosh, that would be 10.
Okay. It just, for some reason, I'm looking at the wrong
13.
thing.
12.
14.
13, 12, and 14. Okay, so...
And 10. Don't forget about me.
And 10. You are correct. All right, how about everyone write that in chat for me real quick? Okay.
Wrong.
Sweet. Okay, so as you guys start making your way through the jungle, Koos, you're kind of flying above the trees. All of a sudden, you hear and you see as these small little rocks begin flying towards you, as you hear a cacophony of yips and yip, 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 as we are entering a surprise round in the jungle.
Ooh.
So I will say that your attackers rolled a 17 or 15 on their stealth. So at the beginning of this first round, L will be surprised. Koos will be surprised. Everyone is
Everyone's
actually surprised.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why I thought someone had a higher for some reason. They actually did pretty decent. Wow. Okay, so
Do you add your proficiency to your passive insight, passive perception, or no?
I mean, so it should just be the 8 plus your perception proficient, like
Okay.
the total of that.
If you're like proficient in perception, does it give you your proficiency though?
So
It's weird
it's
because
so
like
funny. I looked at this earlier today.
because
because I am
doesn't say
proficient
right
in
on here.
perception.
it just it doesn't, like on Roll20 and like D&D Beyond, it'll tell you what your perception is, like just flat out on the sheet. But on
I
here,
feel so dumb. So it is.
It doesn't actually say you're passive anywhere on the sheet.
yeah, that's what I
but
was
I can
saying.
find it.
It says it on Beyond. Let me check Beyond.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Oh, it's a wasted 21 right there.
I know. Well, that's why I'm confused, because I'm
like,
looking at...
Okay.
It's not just your wisdom
D&D
modifier, right?
Beyond.
It's your perception modifier.
Yeah, it's
on top of
your
it.
total perception modifier plus 8. So
if
you would have
your
proficient.
expertise,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
You
I
added
see. Okay,
on top.
that makes sense. Cool. But this is the weird part. On D&D Beyond, it says I have a 16. How's it getting
Yeah, it
that?
says that's why it says I have a 12.
Huh?
Are you sure it's not 10 plus your proficiency, but plus your...
Oh, hold on. I am so sorry. I think I'm getting another system mixed up.
Okay.
Because I want to say that, or either that or I'm getting spell save DCs or something in there. But yes, passive perception is 10 plus all
Yeah,
modifiers
okay.
that would apply to
Oh,
roll
goodness.
perception. I am
That's-
so sorry,
We all
everyone.
have the
No, you're
same,
good.
the same brain fart at the same time. It's,
Yeah, no.
it's okay.
It's
Yeah.
like
I
'cause
literally just read it off of the site that I
I-
have.
Yeah,
okay,
so
passive
everyone add
perception.
2
Yeah.
to what they had before.
yes. My
So-
apologies, everyone. So actually, Koos, you...
Baller, you and I were still surprised. It's
Yeah,
It's okay.
Koos and
Yeah.
Elle are actually not surprised. Derry and Golgosh will be. So basically just what this surprise means is that when it comes to your turn in the initiative order, you can't take any actions, which includes bonus actions or move, and you can't take any reactions until that turn is concluded. But it's only for that first round. So let me just add y'all all over here.
Is it the round or is it until after our turn?
After your turn, you can take reactions,
Right.
And then your next turn, obviously, you'd be able to take regular actions and whatnot. And Koos is up here in the air, keeping watch. Were you 20 or 25 feet? Were you giving yourself like a little bit of distance above the trees, or like right on top of them?
I would have gave myself. I have a 20-foot wingspan, so I'd have to be slightly above them.
Okay, yeah. Well, does 25 sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So, sorry about that. Let's get you over here. And everyone is still going to roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. So
Ooh,
let me
these are
roll
some.
a kobold and
Oh, kobold.
Ooh,
sorted kobold.
that's a 20 for
All
Derry.
right. So I rolled favorable. So all of those are going to get to him. So he is 8, and he is 8, and he is 8. All right.
I forget how to roll initiative on here. It's crazy.
Combat encounters.
So there are a couple ways, right? So you can
Hold
either
on. I haven't rolled initiative yet.
you can do it from your character sheet, just with the oh my god. Oh yeah, you can just click the initiative, which is to the left of strength, or I could also request it from you guys as well. That works.
okay.
But
I see it.
also you can click on the little double swords over there in the top right, like next to chat messages at the very top, and then you can just click the little white die there.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. And then also, if any of you have the combat carousel on the top, you can click that little dice right next to your head, and it'll do it there as well.
That was not a good roll.
Oh, my roll was terrible.
Oh dear.
I rolled a 5 on
I rolled
initiative.
I rolled a
Oh.
3.
What a roll, Koos. 22.
So, where are you?
Actually, hold on, it's
I
not-
don't think you rolled yet.
I'm working on it. Normal.
There it is.
Oh, almost
Almost.
20.
For 10. This makes sense. I'm on
Alright.
Golgosh's back, so it's like it takes me a little bit to react to get down,
I don't know
All
why
right.
you didn't warn me about this, Elle.
So, wow. I mean, you
Okay.
guys are reacting to this pretty well, to be completely honest. So, Koos, you look down as you, see these kobolds beginning to, prep little bullets in slings. It looks like some of your group haven't actually noticed them yet. So, what would you like to do?
Yeah, give a good eagle screech, warning
Let's
them
hear it.
of an attack. Kobolds! Caca! Kobolds! And then, give them kind of look in that direction. Draw my arrow, my bow,
Mm-hmm.
and I would drop down 5 feet
Okay.
and fire
Oops, I almost
at
missed that.
whichever kobold I guess is closest to one of my party members.
Okay. Looks like it's probably this guy. Oh, I guess it's this one is closest to Golgosh. He's about 25 foot away from him. They're all about 25, 30 foot away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also just remember too as well, you are like 20 feet in there. What's the range of the short
I
bow
know.
again? I think it's
30.
60. Oh, 30.
Well, it's 30 for
Or,
the
it's 80
point,
for
at point
the
target.
first thing. Yeah, so yeah, you still have 80 foot range. You're totally fine.
Okay, and let's see, we're all around right
How
here.
do I
Yeah,
get
it
rid
looks
of
like
this
this
thing?
guy's closest. Can you see where I'm hovering?
Yeah, you're about 40 feet, so just add 20 to that, so that's 60 feet. They're 55 from that one, 60 from that one, 50 from that one for you, anyways.
Yeah, closest. I'm gonna go the one that's closest. It looks like this guy. Do I double click him, and that's how I target this guy?
So you can
Sniffly?
you can hover over him and press T, or you can right click him or left click. For some reason, it was like swapped between us last time. Whatever like brings up a bunch of buttons around him, and then you can press that little target icon. There you go. It looks like you did it.
Short bow. Boom.
All right. Wow. For a 21 on that, that definitely hits that little guy.
Were you
Oh, I'm
talking
so scared.
sniff-
Boom for 9.
For 9 piercing. Oh my lord. Koos, you just fire down. Your arrow strikes
baby.
true right in this thing's head, like goes through the eye as it falls straight back, like from the force of the arrow.
Yes.
Oh,
And that's my turn.
Lord. All right. So next up is Derry, who is unable to do anything, but next turn we'll be able to do things and can take reactions. But I mean, you can still say something if you want, I guess. I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, so I heard rustling in the trees, and I thought there was someone there. But as soon as I heard Koos do his caca, I jumped, and that's why I'm surprised.
Nice.
I'm ready to. Ah!
Great.
So I'm definitely ready now. But
All right.
gave me
I
a little
like
bit
it.
of a fright there, Koos. What? Where? Duh. What? And then I see the arrow go into the kobold, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm dusting my robes off.
Nice. All right. Next up is Golgosh. Also, really quick, can y'all hear that music, or is it like paused for you or something?
I don't
hear
hear
it.
the music. I hear the rainforest sounds. I got whatever you got.
Ah, there we go.
kick
It
back
sometimes
in.
is a little glitchy. Okay, but Golgosh, so you are unable to move or take actions this turn as you were surprised. Is there anything you'd like to say? You'll be normal next round, and after this, you can actually take reactions if you need to.
So I think to myself, man, or I mutter under my breath, man, it's been too long being out of the army. If I was surprised by something like this, and I'm kind of ashamed of myself for it. But my main priority is to make sure that the members of the group remain safe. And I currently am closest to the rest of them. So I stand my ground. I get, very, very, I don't know, solid, and get ready for what's going to happen next.
Gotcha. Yeah, a little surprised and puff out that chest, ready for what's coming. So next up is the kobolds. So let's see. This one, they are taking aim. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong thing. I'm just trying to get my ranges sorted out. All right, so basically they're all kind of aiming at different folks. They thought maybe they could just take you out nice and easy. And this one first is going to fire its sling at Golgosh. So, Golgosh, you see as a bullet comes hurtling towards you for a 15. Oh, I believe it's asking you if you'd like to hellish rebuke it, since
It
you do
is,
have that.
yeah.
So basically, like with your hellish rebuke, you'll get hit regardless, but this allows you to essentially set this little dude on fire because how dare he hurt you?
Isn't hellish rebuke a
am I-
reaction?
Yeah,
it is.
can't I
and
not
his
react?
his turn just
His
finished,
turn's
so
over,
he
so he
Oh,
gains
true.
his
Yeah, yeah,
reactions
yeah.
again. Yep.
You're right.
All right.
Sure
Did you want a hellish rebuke, Golgosh, or do you want to leave it? Because it is something that
Yeah.
it looks like you can do once a day, I believe, or your pack magic. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do I find the? I think I will use it.
Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, I'll adjust the timers on that because it moved past after like 30 seconds. But what you can do is just go to your character sheet, and you would want to target this one over here, the one that hit you, and then you can just cast it like a normal spell.
Oh crap! Wasn't it
Or you
T
can also
then?
use those little buttons at the top as well. Yeah. So you can T or do. I don't know why it's left click for me, but right click for some of you, but whatever brings up the buttons around it, and you can press that little target icon.
Okay, I'm having issues because. Hold on.
I think it depends
Yeah.
on which tool you have selected.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
It changes what click you need to do.
So,
The turn order keeps getting in the way. I can't actually.
oh,
target.
here. Yeah, let me just apply the damage to you really quick because he hit for 4 bludgeoning damage. And then I'll just go back to you really quick so you can do that. So yeah, you can you should be able to target him and do the Hellish Rebuke now. But yeah, the cool thing I like with like reactions in this is it'll do like
This
a little
one?
pop-up. The one to the left of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the little son of a gun who dared to strike you with this.
I
sling.
literally can't select it.
Very strange.
Well, I mean, it's just because the turn order is getting in the way. So every time I try to select it, it just goes to the turn order.
Are you
Oh,
talking
you
about
can,
the vertical one or the horizontal one?
The horizontal one.
Okay, so if you hover
okay.
over it with your mouse, there's going to be like these 3 gray lines on the left side. Click and hold that, and you can drag that anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
And also,
okay.
if you don't want it, you can just press the little trash can to get rid of it. Or that might only be me as a GM, I'm not sure.
I don't know where the little trash can is.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
might
I think
be
that's
you.
only me as a GM or DM.
I'm having some issues right now. Sorry,
you
fellas.
are all good. That is I might just have I'll help people who want to turn that off in the future. Just turn it off.
Okay, hold on. There's the
Oh,
target.
you are targeted. Yes. Perfect.
And then what do I do from here?
So you would go to
Kill
your
him.
spells, and then you would use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because this little son of a gun hit you for 4 bludgeoning from his little bolt. So yeah, now just click the damage button that popped up in chat, and you'll roll for damage on that, which will also make my guy do the saving throw that he would have to do.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, lordy. So he fails. Wow. So it's funny. You did a lot of damage on this guy. So he fires off this bolt or this little ball at you, and it hits you pretty hard. Like you're definitely bleeding a bit from that. But then you just turn around and just incinerate this guy into nothing. Just a pile of ash. Oh, Hellish Rebuke is awesome. All right, so the next kobold up would be this fella right here. And I believe he was going to target Derry. So he will do that and attack with his sling. All right, so that was a natural 20 for 24 on the die. How does
Not
a
shielding
nat 20
that. That's not happening.
Oh god, I feel bad. It's a nat 20 though. It means it's gonna be a crit. All right, yes.
Yeah, I
also, for our new players, if you roll a nat 20 on the die on an attack roll, that's a critical hit, which means the damage dice are gonna be doubled for this kobold.
I just want to use my shield, man, but it's not going to happen. Derry takes it.
All right, Derry. Oh wow, well good thing it rolled really bad on one of the dice. It hit you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, well,
which...
I'm down.
That is
no.
unfortunate. That is enough. Derry was the one who was hurt by the zombies on the beach. As the kobold sees you fall, it just lets out a get him in Draconic. So if anyone knows that, they would have heard that. Elsewise, it's just little yips and yaps.
Do I
Doing this
hear it as
last-
I go down? I
Yes.
speak Draconic. What did
you
he
you
say?
would hear it as you know the light begins to fade out of your eyes and the darkness takes you. All right, so this last kobold would attack L, which he is in range. Yep.
You
So
wouldn't
he's gonna
hit
do
an
his
old
sling.
lady.
As you say that, you see a little metal ball fly towards
Ah!
you, hitting you in the shoulder as it deals 4 bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
shit.
And that is its turn. Finally, in the back, we would see as a winged kobold takes flight out of this tree. It was about 10 foot in the air, and it will take off. I'd say it'll get about 10 feet right above the tree line, so it's about 10 feet of its movement, and then it will move 20 feet forward, and I guess it will dash over to get above you guys, ready to drop and swoop down. Okay, and that is kobolds. L, you are up. There is a winged kobold above you guys, and quite a few regular ones around you.
Someone deal with that. I gotta help this young man up. I'm going to like get down and kind of like scoop Derry a little bit and hold him tight to my bosom. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
All right, so you should be able to target him and do that spell, and it should heal him and everything.
It's weird saying my target does not have that spell when I try and target him, which is strange. It's like, yeah, I know he doesn't have the spell.
That is
That's okay. I'm just
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, if you just cast it as well, I can just apply
yeah,
it.
I'll just cast it. The target must. You must target
just-
a token before rolling the attack.
Here, just target yourself. It's fine. It won't apply, and I'll just apply it to Derry.
Yeah, no, I'm targeting myself. It's just not letting me roll it still.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me try. At my end, I won't consume a spell slot. I mean, so I was able to do it there. So
I wonder if it has something
For-
to do with me being like the way that we were trying to make it so I have everybody's vision. I wonder if it's because it has been a little weird since then, like selecting things.
so what was the text again, by the way?
Well, now I can't unselect everybody, which is kind of weird. There we go. It said,
Oh shoot, that
You-
might have been what it was actually. Is if you had more than just you selected, it's trying to check if those other people have cure wounds that you might have had picked.
as far as I can tell, I should only have Derry selected right now, and I roll it, and it says, you must target a token before rolling the attack. But then if I click
So-
on myself and roll it, it says, you must target a token before rolling the attack. Yeah, the same thing. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you want to select yourself as L,
Like left
with
click,
like
right
left or
click?
yeah, like left click. As like if you see the orange border around yourself, then you're good.
Yeah.
And then target Derry. So you should see a little. It looks like
The
is your
target
marker
symbol.
green? Because I think someone has
okay.
the.
So I have to
winged
right click,
kobold
hit the
targeted?
target button, and then do that. Okay.
Yeah, or just hover over him. Don't click anything and just press T. That should also do it.
I clicked it, but nothing happened this time. Oh, because it's on this screen. Okay. Got it. Very confusing, but I think I figured it out. Thank you.
It's all good. We're all learning.
10
Good
healing.
old
Holy.
Holy Lord!
I got max, almost max healing.
Yes. You. How do you flavor that? You'll.
Yeah,
oh, whoops,
I scoop him
accidentally
in
did
and
that
I
to you.
hold him tight and I kind of wipe any hair, like loose hairs from his face. It'll be all right, Sonny. You'll be okay. And
I only have 7 hit points, by the way, so You've just completely overdone it.
As I touch his face, my hands glow with that like healing light, and just kind of press into him and heal his wounds.
Yeah.
I think I would appreciate that as well.
You'll get
you,
your chance.
I say as I see this all happen, and Derry's eyes just being open.
Yeah,
And
they
yeah.
just pop open immediately, like. And he sees this guy, this flying kobold above him. He's just kind of looking at that.
Man.
Yes, that'll be an
All right.
issue. How far is it above me? Still 20 feet?
It is, yeah, it's 20 feet and it's 5 foot off, so like directionally 25 foot away.
I'm gonna kind of like drop Derry and kind of run back a little bit, so I'm not directly under the thing anymore. My hope.
Yeah, no problem. All right, and that is it, El?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right,
Should be prone.
Koos.
Oh, I am. Okay.
You are up, my flying friend.
All right, I see this flying kobold right here. I don't know how to move my character over that way, but he is targeted, and I just see him coming in over while this healing, hugging in tight to the bosom action is going on with between Elle and this dude. And I'm coming in with a flying talon sidekick.
Oh, all right.
Towards this guy, and I'm just gonna
so
scream at him as I come in. Stand down in Draconic as I come with this flying sidekick.
Ooh, all right. So to move your guy over there, you can either click and drag him, or you can like use the arrow keys or WASD as well, as long as he's selected, like where you have a little orange box around your token.
There's an orange box. I'm now trying to drag, and it is not moving.
Try right clicking.
I'm gonna use the arrows. There we go.
Whoops. All right. Did you want to be? Oh, there you go. All right. So yeah, go ahead and give him that talon drop kick.
That's a flying sidekick.
Oh yes, yes.
Hurricane kick.
Okay, so wow, that was almost a nat 20. You saw that,
dude?
All right.
Almost.
Yeah, so you come in with this flying kick, and the kobold was kind of looking down, and it just hears you yell what you did to him, and it just sort of like dodges out of the way, and says, "No, you die." In Draconic. All right. So, is there anything else you would like to do, Koos?
Yeah, bonus action. Another talon here.
Alrighty. Go for that.
Oh my
jeez.
goodness.
Oh no, nat one. Okay, so yeah, after you let out, you just like he says that little snarky remark, and you try to swing around another kick to show him who's boss, and he just ducks right under and kind of. Yeah, you're not very good at this, are you? And all right, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see. That's movement, talking, and action bonus. I think that's all I can do, right?
I believe so,
All
You
right.
could move away, but
but
would
it is in
provoke
the air with
opportunity.
you. Yep. So to get a chance to slash you.
Yeah, no, I'll disengage is an action, right?
Yeah, disengage is an action.
I am there to face this blind punk.
All right, sounds great. Derry, you are on the ground, just awoken from these healing powers float into your body. What are you doing?
okay. So I know mechanically I have to stand up first before I do anything, but I want to flavor this differently.
Mhm.
So let's unprone me. So that's half my movement. How do I do that?
I got you.
Okay, so I still have 15 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
But just for flavor, I'm actually still on the ground. I've just woken up. Elle has cured me, dropped me on my back, and I'm staring up at this flying kobold. And I see Koos swoop in, and this kobold get out of the way. And I hear them speaking in Draconic. And just as I'm waking up, I yell up in Draconic at the kobold, "Down here!" and I will target and cast Magic Missile
Ooh,
as I'm lying on my
boy.
back.
These things are so weak. Go for it. Magic missile him. All right. Yeah, just go
Can
ahead
I-
and click that damage button.
If I wanted to target more than one person with Magic Missile, how would I do that?
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
so-
right now, but I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, so if you do
Okay.
want to do that, the only way that I've found to be able to do it is you do the right click and then click the little target button, or whichever left click, right click brings them all
Right.
up. And then every little target that you click, it'll target all of them. I've like tried to do like a quick click drag to do that and target, but it'll like only
Yeah.
target the last token I clicked on. So, but yeah, that would allow you to target multiple.
It's weird though, because like, how would you manage the spread? Like, if I wanted 2 to go to 1 and 1 to go to another one, right?
So I would just
Yeah.
so since they're all firing simultaneously, it's technically the same damage die. I know some people fight on that, but like that's in the book. So I would
Okay.
just multiply by 2 for one you shot 2 in, and do 1 for the other. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're doing it that way. Cool. Yeah, so I say, down here, and I fire a Magic Missile as I'm lying on the ground
All
at
right.
this
Yeah.
flying kobold
Let's see.
for
Oh.
6 total force damage.
Yeah, you fire off these missiles, getting him pretty good in the torso. As you fire these off, this kobold is like barely hanging in the air. Like he's like, that really messed him up. He's like kind of clutching his chest. He's like trying to just maintain his flight. But you definitely put a dent in this guy.
Right. So after I fire them off and hit him, I stand up, all yours, Koos, and I walk down here, past Elle, muttering thank you as I pass her.
welcome.
Thanks.
Such good manners.
All
And that
right.
would be the end of my turn.
Sounds perfect. Golgosh, you are now up. You got 2 little guys to your northeast and west, and you got a flying fella right behind you, but in the air.
And he's near death. I think that I'm going to also move to get out from under them. Over here.
Mhm.
And I'm going to I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on this one in the top right.
Go for it. Yeah, summon that
The holy
power from your
kobold.
patron with this crackling energy.
Oh my god.
Oh no! As he rolls a natural 1, you run away from this flying kobold, and you kind of whip around to fire this eldritch blast out of your ring. And it sounds so great in your mind as you spin around and do this, but then you just overshoot by like a mile, like hitting the tree next to him as he kind of looks up. Is there anything else you want to do?
I think I'm good for now, but because I missed with the spell, is the jungle now on fire?
So I believe Eldritch Blast is just crackling energy. It's not necessarily
Okay.
It's
fire.
force damage.
Yeah, so you see as the magic goop impacts the tree and, kind of singes it a little bit, but no flame.
Okay.
Also, I like, it depends group to group how people want to play, but like the way I do it in D&D is like, since it's magical fire, it doesn't catch things on fire unless it says catches things on fire, because there are some spells that specify that they can catch things on fire. That's just how I play. I don't
like
every
Burning
group does it
Hands
different.
says it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I'm good unless I can move again.
Yeah, you can still move the rest of your movement if you'd like.
Okay.
So you can move. There you go. Alrighty. So, the kobolds are up, and seeing that their little buddy is, or their flying friend is in a bit of trouble up there, and they see this creature right in front of it, they're gonna try to move in and help. So Guy will move 20 foot up. And he is going to try to sling you, Goose. Let's see. All right, so wow. He rolled a 2 for a total of 6. So yeah, you're able to easily dodge out of the way of this weak little metal ball flying towards you. He just looks kind of just a grunt of exasperation. And then this other guy is going to try to move up and do the same. So he will try his sling. He'll fire that off. And lordy, yeah, 5 for a total of 9, as you just managed to easily dodge out of the way of these things. Next up would be the winged kobold, who sees these bullets flying by, and he just kind of tries to summon the last of his strength because he needs what you have, and he is going to try to plunge a dagger into your chest.
Balls.
And kind of like you see as he puts all this desperation into this swipe as he stabs you with the dagger, and you just easily, like, you're connected with the environment, in your monastic ways, and you just easily dodge out of the way like it's the Matrix as he just swoops and kind of like recovers his position in front of you. And he looks tired. He looks tired as he misses with a 14. All right. Elle, you are up. As you've seen Koos just dodge everything thrown at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some. Am I muted? No, okay. I'm gonna try and get some pressure off of Koos, and I summon forth on the end of my whip, my staff, a thorn whip again, and fling it up and try and pull him down 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
So, let me go ahead and mark.
So, what's the range on that again, Thorn Whip?
It's 30. Oh, yeah, I gotta get closer. I'll get closer, that's fine.
Yeah, I think you just have to move one more, because then you'd be 10 horizontal, 20 vertical. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah.
All right, for some reason I can't target. There it is. Double click. Double right click is what does it. Just learned that.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
For a 20
Nice. Total.
Well, lordy, 20 total. Hit that damage.
30.
All right. Yeah, so Grizz, how do you kill this one as you start yanking him out of the air?
Yeah, I send this thorn whip at it. It wraps around his legs, and I pull down, and he smacks into the ground below with a splat.
Ooh, rough. Yeah, as he crashes down in front of his little kobold allies. Also, I'm such an idiot. I forgot about pack tactics, but it's fine.
Don't
all
hate
right,
when that
go ahead.
happens.
Anything else, Al?
I give the most menacing growl to this one that's closest to me. Just, I don't know, just for flavor.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna get you.
All right, it kind of looks at you with hatred in its eyes as you just killed his pal. Koos, you are up 20 foot in the air.
Yeah, thanks. Kaka, thanks for that. Forgot.
Okay.
And then, so I'm gonna move my guy over to this one here. Oh, I only need to move one, huh? Let's see,
So horizontally, yes, but vertically, you're still 20 feet above him.
Aye. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna come down with that flying tornado talon kick. Kaka!
All right, yeah, you bring it down. Also, like, this is kind of the strange thing. I've never had to deal with flying creatures. Like, Grizz, would you say that if they're in the adjacent space but only 5 feet above, like, technically the edges of those 3D spaces would be touching? Would that be in range, or is that, like, too far? Like, would it have to be, like, right on top of or right next to, do you think?
You're saying, like, if they're diagonally and up one?
Yeah.
I think that still counts as within 5, because you got, like,
Yeah.
the 5 feet full 360.
Oh yeah, all around. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So do you want to be like 5 foot in the air, and as you kick him in the head, Koos?
Yeah, that's what I wrote. I put myself 5 feet here. If that does that work? Do you see that?
Yeah. No, you're good. I see it. Yeah. Okay,
cool.
yeah, go ahead
I-
and smack him.
So I kind of hover in the air as I tell him this. Kakoos. Let's go 20. Darn it.
I love it. Okay, yes, for a 12, as you definitely make contact with his head, let me see that damage.
Boom.
Oh my lord.
Oh, boy.
Koos, how do you kill this one in one blow? What does that look like?
Oh, when I come down with my talon, this flying talon kick just guts him from the top of his sternum down to his nads and just disembowels him,
I'm sensing a theme with Koos.
saving the nads for later.
Yes, you rip him wide open as the nearby kobold just kind of looks in horror.
And yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and just fly back up. Can I do that? Can I fly back up out of range of this other guy
Yeah, so you
as
flew
my
15...
bonus?
Yeah, so you'd have
Go
another
ahead.
10 feet of fly speed, yeah, if you want to fly 10 feet up.
Yeah, I think that's all I can, unless I can attack this guy in some way I'm not thinking of.
You could move 10 feet over and attack him with your bonus action. Could
Oh,
you
I
not?
can? Sweet. I'm doing that then.
Because martial arts is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
long
it
as
doesn't
you,
have to be like immediately following it. So.
yeah, as long as you attack with a monk weapon, right? You can bonus action
It
attack
has to
with
be an unarmed weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be the short bow, right?
No.
No,
Right.
because monk it's
Okay.
not a monk weapon technically. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can
sweet.
you move over, bonus action him. Oh lordy, oh lord.
Talon. Roundhouse talon kick. Let's go.
Ooh.
There it
man.
is.
Lord have mercy
done.
for a 22.
Oh, damage no bueno.
Oh,
That's all right.
but surprisingly enough, you almost feel like you're gonna fumble this, but you can kill this one in one hit too.
Nice.
Is it same as
One
the first
single-
or some different
The
flavor?
single, so I spin around through the air as I'm 5 feet up after I disembowel this guy, fly over to this other guy with talons out, and my center talon toe claw just goes right through his trachea, out the other side.
Oh man, yeah. As you slit that wide open, he just kind of clutches and third and falls to the ground.
And I say in Draconic, you don't have the balls to kill me.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go ahead and collect the
Okay.
nards of the three that I killed.
And with that, we are now out of initiative, as you have all successfully repelled the ambush pretty well, honestly.
Yeah. Shower, you're making like a necklace out of those? Wait.
Indeed, the more balls you have, the braver you are. That's what I've learned from you adventurers.
Okay. It's unconventional, but it's nice.
So I'm not making eye contact with anybody right now. Kind of shaking my head, wishing that I could have done more. Even though I did have that one, just ashamed.
It really worked out that your turn was right for the kobold, so you had that reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are all free to do whatever you please. Doesn't seem immediately that there's any threats coming at you, but you just hear the typical sounds of the forest at night, birds, sheeps, this and that. You do almost hear like the faint sound of something that sounds like the screech of an owl, but also kind of reminds you of a growl of a predator at the same time. Kind of strange. But yeah, you are here in the middle of the woods. It's getting darker by the minute.
Okay,
So
can I go? Go ahead.
I limp over to L. I'm clutching, my ribs a little bit, and just trying to put on a, strong face for everybody.
Yeah. Derry's gonna walk up to Golgosh. What was that? Referring to the hellish rebuke That's nothing I've ever seen out of a book.
You know, sometimes it happens. But I appreciate the appreciation.
And then I turn to Elle and just say, again, thanks.
It's really nothing. Don't worry yourself about it. That noise. Can I try and identify what animal or creature would have made this noise?
That strange noise.
What monstrosity would have made that noise?
Yeah, give me. I feel like a nature check is fine.
Of course, I'm a druid that's not proficient in nature.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Are you not?
I just realized. It's a
All right.
9.
So, I mean, maybe it was just a big bear and a bird in the sky at the same time. What a coincidence!
Must be fighting. It's weird. Bears, Battlestar Galactica. Okay, let's go.
All right. Yeah. So, if you all head off, easy enough time. Doesn't take much longer to head to the. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Despite Golgosh being injured, I'm still gonna climb onto his back.
Nice.
Again, I said, just hop on up. We'll get you there no matter what.
Such a precious child.
As I'm like limping and just doing like a fireman carry.
Yeah, as you know, kind of limp your way through the rest of the forest. Doesn't take too much longer, only a few minutes till you come out the brush on the other side. Kind of went up a bit of an incline and down. Kind of see across the way the large mountain range kind of leading into a central peak. But you are now essentially on the beach on the other side, and you see a large cove before you. If you were to look to the north, you would see what appears to be a strange structure kind of jutting out of the mountainside, it looks like. So is that what we're heading towards?
How about stay here for a second and I will scout ahead.
All right.
Alrighty. So,
I'll just kind of
Koos.
take off. If they're good with that, then I'm gonna take off like kind of upwards and out of range projectile weapons as I go up high to see what I can see of this structure carefully, stealthily. I think I have stealth abilities.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's dark, so yeah, I could say you could stealth in the sky. I mean, it's kind of a cloudy night. The moon isn't too far out, so might be a little harder for things to see you. Just give me a stealth check to see how well that works out.
I do not have dark vision, and
Oh, yes. Do you want to light a torch or something in the sky? Because it's getting dark.
I feel like that would defeat the purpose of being stealthy.
yeah.
Being stealthy? Yeah, true.
So yeah, I'll just see if there's any dangers. I guess from what I can tell in the dark, if it's now dark.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
I'd say we're like right there on twilight. It's getting dim, but you can still see okay enough. But yeah, you're with a fly out. You fly a bit to the north looking towards this structure, and let me kind of describe what you see. So you'd see near the southern side of the cliff where you're coming from, you see as it starts out as kind of a slow incline for maybe like 10 feet or so, and then just kind of jumps up like cliffside. And then you see further to the north, you actually do see a winding path that goes up into this cliff. And this small path leads up into what looks like a much wider path. And you can faintly make out what appear to be holes cut in the side of the cliff. I mean, they're like 5-6 feet tall that you could probably make out from where you are in the sky. And you see as this path kind of winds up further, getting higher and higher, and then you see the front of the structure that you previously saw the top of, where now you can actually see these large pillars that surround a large statue. It's a little hard to make out all the details from high here in the sky and in the dark, but looks to be like the large statue, probably a humanoid figure. You also do see what might be a statue down on the wider path, a little bit lower towards the sea or the cove water. But I mean, at the moment, it's still kind of dark, not really any lights out per se. Yeah, let's have you give me a perception to see if you can maybe make out any more details than that.
Yeah, so since I did well in my stealthiness, I would fly a little above where those holes are and see if I could like hear anything. Like, do they look? They're just holes. This doesn't look like structures or houses or anything of that. They're just.
So I mean, you would see kind of like, I guess it would be like 6 foot tall kind of holes carved into the side of the face, like going inwards. But I mean, with that good of a stealth check, as you get a little bit closer, you can see that these might possibly be doorways. You can't really see in there, but they do appear to be small cave entrances. And as you listen, you would hear chatter in Draconic. Just little musings such as like, "Oh, need to get dinner ready. Come now. Come, let's go. What are you doing? Blep? No, put that down. Come. I need help." But doesn't really sound like anything violent. Just chatter in Draconic.
Okay. Can I notice a difference between a whatever Draconic accent these folks have versus the Draconic accent that a Kobold may have?
These guys would sound similar in a much less aggressive fashion to the guys that you heard in the jungle. Yeah, so they sound similar. They just don't sound pissed off like those guys in the woods did.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna fly back to the crew, team there, and let them know, let you guys know. There are some paths, some statues, humanoid statues, a couple of pillars. It took some type of humanoid smart people to create these pillars and these statues, but the paths lead up into some cave entrances. And listening outside of those cave entrances, I could not see in, tweet, but I could hear some less aggressive Draconic speak happening. It sounds like they're preparing dinner. Do not know if they're kobolds or not, but it sounds similar.
Are we going to have to go past that area to get to this monastery?
Do you see well in the dark?
I have dark vision.
I do. I can see.
Can try to carry one of you over there. I don't know. I don't want to surprise anybody while they're in the middle of dinner.
Well, perhaps we should all just go together as one group. There are good kobolds in this world. They're not all like the ones out there in the woods.
Have you had experiences with them?
Yes. Back when I was young, I had many experiences with them inside of my home of Baldur's Gate.
I'll follow you.
Oh.
I'll follow you from above.
Right, and no hesitation. I'm not saying don't. If they look at us the wrong way, we can just go ahead and kill them right there. But
I'm not sure if I'm ready for another battle yet.
Are you hurt?
I'm badly hurt.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Put me down, Sonny. I'll walk.
I don't know,
No,
Gorbash, after what you just did.
It's okay.
You lit that thing on fire just by looking at it. I think you're gonna be fine.
Well, I was taught to fight under injury, so I'm okay with whatever everybody wants to do.
Well, I'll follow you. This is the only time I've ever fought anything in my life, actually. So, it's
Interesting.
Don't be scared.
My entire life has been around following leaders, commanders, generals.
Derry, you hear, it is quite exhilarating, isn't it?
I mean, I could get used to it.
Who are you
I
talking
guess.
to? Gah! Who are you talking to?
Well, I'm just telling all of you that I could get used to this. I think I'll just follow your lead.
Don't be scared.
Shut up.
Here,
Shut up.
hold these balls.
Not now.
Goose,
Yeah, give me a pair
take-
of those.
take-
I'll just
I'll give him a pair.
thank you. I put it in my coat pocket. I'm like, this is strange, but well,
These will
I
help
guess
you
your
be brave.
traditions work for you, so
If you get scared, just roll them in your hands for your next spell.
Goose,
I'll keep
take to the
that.
air. I'll bring these ones along.
Oh my god, y'all are killing me.
let's go.
All right.
Let's go see what those kobold, maybe not kobolds, are up to.
All right. So as you guys slowly head further north, you see as the beach kind of begins to end and the terrain becomes a bit more rocky before kind of curving up to a cliff face, but there is a little bit of room to move. Let me drag you over here. All right, there is Koos and Derry and Elle and Golgash. Okay. So, we're dealing with some interestingness here, but so as you guys get closer, you would begin to start to see some of the things that Koos did. Only for those of you that have dark vision would see in the distance, probably about 100 feet up this cliff, you would see a large open air temple that begins to kind of come into view. You see that it's arched high on the cliff above. It actually kind of sticks out from the cliffside some and is perched up with some stone there. And you would see, I mean, it's not too far away for you guys. You guys would all see a humanoid statue depicting an old man. And those of you with dark vision would be able to make out a few closer details in that it appears there are several birds perched on the man. But other than that, you guys see a path further to the north that it looks like you'll kind of just have to skirt the water to get over towards. But it does look more it's been man-made. It's not just a natural crop of rocks like you guys are standing on right now.
I'm gonna go take position. I'll be at the top, and what I'd like to do is go back up to where I was, like above those entrances, where I was listening and hiding, and just perch on something over there, out of the way, quietly.
Okay. Well, so these entrances. Sorry, it's my bad. It's kind of hard to explain this map. It's kind of weird. So this is like. So this path, right, that you saw, it leads up into a wider path, but then these cave entrances, this is like straight up cut out of the wall, and this cliff wall just goes like straight up until it gets to that temple that kind of juts out, and then just some higher paths. So if you wanted to like land on a path above these cave entrances, there is one another 30 foot up. And if you were to fly up there, you would possibly see some other things.
Yeah, well, good. I would like to see some other things.
All
I
right.
do want to take a position where something comes out of the cave entrances and heads down the path towards my team here. I want to be able to
Gotcha.
react to that.
Okay, yeah, so I would say the closest perch that is above the cave entrances would be right here. As you fly up there, flying high.
Okay,
This is
can I go?
80 feet up for you. Where are you going to say?
Can I go higher to get a view of all of this little surrounding area here?
Yeah, you can fly higher if you want. How high are you going?
To a perch right there. Because where the the entrances are, like where these steps are, or
yeah, they are
area?
all right here.
Okay.
It's just the dark area. It's just the way they did this. It's like the rock inside, but yeah. Interesting way to
whatever
do this.
above the top of this whole area, and then come back down.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to get to the top of this whole thing, then
If
yeah.
anything's moving around outside, or
Yeah, no, of course. So I would say that if you were to get about 110 feet up, you would be like where this cliff finally starts to. You're up to more natural things up here now. No more man-made stuff. You can see this pillared structure kind of down to your right, maybe like 10 feet down or so, like the ceiling of it. But this would put you up above everything at this point, unless you want to fly even higher.
no, just above where I could get a good birdman view of all of this.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So at this point, you would fly even higher to the edge of this. Oh, sorry. That's ignore that. Okay. So we'll say you're up above on this perch up here, giving you a good view of everything. You can still see the cave entrances below you there. It's just the way the walls are set up. Because I didn't think I'd need to make them terrain walls. But yeah, so you can still see that below you, even though it's darked out. Yeah.
Are we coming up from the right-hand side, or are we coming up from like where the sand is?
So, okay, so the way this works, it's just funny. Like, they didn't think about this, and I wasn't about to, like, completely redo all the textures of this. Yeah, so we are saying that here, let me just do a little doodle, that, like, about 10 feet of this
The sand
is, it's like the rocky shore.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the actual path is up over here.
It's so weird, yeah.
So we have to walk across the map to get to that path.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Everything else is just sheer cliffs.
Yes, everything else is cliffs. They only had the direction from one side, and when I was looking at it, I was like, they put this on the side of the cove, so technically they could approach from the south and just go back around the island entirely. Because it says you can leave on the east as well. So I'm like, where? There's no route. But okay, my apologies. So yes, you can start making your way that way if you'd like, as Koos keeps watch.
Yeah, let's go up from like the main walkway, you know.
No.
Why do you keep distracting me every time I try to read a book about how to fly? You never let me sit down and read that book.
I'm gonna go over
Wouldn't
there.
it be cool to be able to do that just like that Aarakocra?
Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it?
I get about
Just shut up. and let
halfway
me read it.
down this path, and I collapse, just in pain.
Oh, come on. I'm like,
Do I notice?
I'm like almost 80. What are you doing? Get up.
Carrying you.
Wait, I was like over there.
I just moved ahead.
Hey, Golgosh,
Barry.
I never thanked you for saving me from the ocean.
Barry.
And I offer Golgosh my hand.
I grab his hand, and he pulls me up. I say, "You are fast turning into one of my favorite companions on this journey. I appreciate the support, the encouragement, and because of that, I'm able to continue my way down the beach."
Nice.
You
Yeah,
just
you
warmed my heart,
guys
baller.
make your way down, and you do eventually find where you can kind of make your way up towards this man-made path. And as you can just put yourselves at that like bottom right corner is fine, or bottom left corner, I mean. And that'd be like you making your way up around. You can start making your way up. But yeah, as you guys begin to ascend this path, you would see that there do appear to be well-tended garden plots off to the side of the path. Just little plots, some herbs here, maybe a couple vegetables, some flowers. And as you make your way up the path, you do see that it begins to get wider. And you can go ahead and move up there if you want.
It keeps saying that I'm colliding with a wall.
Hold on. I want to say
you
that
can just move into the water.
here.
You'll be fine. Just kind of like this. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, we've already had enough experience with the water, so might as well.
I got you, fam. Turn on God powers. There we go. All right, so, all right. Let me let you know what's going on here real quick. So, those of you with dark vision, you would see as you approach that there are caves going to the north inside of this cliff. As you look through the couple that you passed, you would see a desk, a bed, a little shelf. Definitely looks like some sort of living domicile. And as you look ahead of you on this wide path, you would see that there is a large statue of a dragon in the middle of the path.
Is it blocking the path?
No, it's so it's kind of like right in the middle, and its wings like overreach on over the side, so you'd like pass under the wings to
like
go
arches
further
or something.
Yeah, kind of.
It's quite nice.
Would we know what dragon this is depicting or anything about it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
All of us, or just Derry?
Whoever wants to.
That is 19.
Awesome. Yeah, so, Derry, you would recognize that this does appear just kind of like based off the scales, where the horns are, everything like that. It looks like it's possibly depicting a bronze dragon, which you would know to be a member of the metallic family of dragons. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, it's an elegant statue depicting a bronze dragon.
Okay. Are there any, like, precious jewels or anything embedded in it? Like, in its eyes, maybe, or...
No, this is a plain... rock statue. Yeah. No jewels or anything that you could see. Nothing shiny.
I think I've seen this kind of dragon in a book. Bronze dragon. Member of the metallic family, I think.
So I would say, as you guys,
you were saying,
you're all good. As you approach a little bit further, just hold there for me a second. You would start to hear some whispers. Blep, Blep. Are they there? Kill him. I see nothing. Wait. I'm not going out there. No. You go see. Whoa.
What language is this in?
Thank you for reminding me. This would be in Draconic at the moment. They're trying to be stealthy, but they're not really that quiet. And as you hear that, you hear another voice, and this is in Draconic, and he'll say, "I'm not scared. I never scared. I see what it is." And out of this door furthest from, out of this cave entrance furthest from y'all, you guys see as a little kobold walks outside. And he looks at you, and in common, he'll say, "I'm Mumpo. Who are you?"
So I'm gonna cautiously go up to Mumpo, and I'm going to very kind of like in a very like soothing voice say who we are and that we mean no harm and we don't want to disturb anything that's going on, around here. We're just trying to investigate.
Yeah, so you say that, and then I apologize for everyone. Just to let you know, in this kobold, you also see that unlike the ones you found in the woods who look kind of raggedy, torn clothing, whatnot, this is like nice, fresh, clean cloth and little robes and whatnot. And he just says, "Oh, you know bad? No?"
I say no.
What? Oh, everyone worried? No. Oh, everyone. It's okay. They good. And then out of the doorways, you'll start hearing lots of chitter chatter as little kobolds start to run down the path above you, and you see them coming out of the doorways below you. They say, visitors. Where are you from? What happened? And they just start peppering you with questions on where you came from, who you are, what are you doing here? Are you hungry? Do you want food?
I think at this point we could all use some food. So I turn around to them and I kind of say, "All right, everyone, I will get to all of your answers eventually. But right now, we're just looking for a safe location to hang tight for a little bit."
Ooh, this little one behind L will say, Runara, very nice lady. Yes, you can stay here. Of course. Let's go see her.
Who is this Runara?
She priestess. She's very, very nice lady. She take care of everyone. Makes sure Bahamut happy.
Alright.
Bahamut.
And
Can I hear him saying all this, man?
yeah, I would say that you could hear that. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there are any problems at the moment.
And when I want to hear that Bahamut, that's kind of like my goal for coming here. So then I will. Guess I don't want to try to scare them, so I'll just join the party. Can I do that?
Yeah, no, you kind of come down, not on a hyper aggressive like touchdown, but as a nice slow descent. They start hearing the flap of your wings, and they look up. Oh, you part dragon? I don't know scale, but wings, you can fly. Amazing. Are you dragon cousin?
Ka! No.
Oh,
I am Aarakocra. Aarakocra. Kaka, Aarakocra.
Oh. Blep, you could be Aarakocra too. That caca. They're trying to like mimic your caca.
So I turn to Derry and I whisper, "I know because the children that it may be trustworthy, but I'm always skeptical about things like this, especially in potential enemy territory.
Oh, I'm not a child. I'm just small.
No, I turned to Derry and whispered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna whisper back. I mean, it's kind of a muscle that you don't turn off when you're in war. I'm in my own kind of war, so I know what you mean. But let's try to be friendly, I think.
All right, I agree. If you're feeling comfortable, then I'll feel comfortable, and we'll have to talk more about that war.
Yeah. No,
Did somebody say snacks?
Oh, yes, food. Come. And as he says that, you also start to see a slightly somewhat older looking kobold, kind of like the little horns and stuff, a little more weathered and whatnot. She kind of walks up and, oh, we have visitors. Well, it seems like you're okay. Oh, actually, you with the staff, you don't look so good.
There's 3 of us with staves here. You're gonna have to specify.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see you over there, dear. Are you all right? Do you need a bed?
limping. And collapsed on the beach.
Here, come. We can serve food. I will get Renara. Frub, Zark, lead the way. And she just kind of about faces and starts heading on up without a care in the world, as the little Zark and Frub will lead the way up the cove, or up the cliffside, as you get higher and higher and higher.
Can I ask Blep a question first?
Yeah, you can, of course.
So I turn around, I'm like, you're Blep.
Oh, I Blep. And he just kind of like, he's fiddling with a little dagger. He looks like he wants to tell you something so bad, but he's trying to hold back.
Yeah, my name's Derry. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you, Derry. You want to see my magic dagger?
Sure. Blep, I have a question about the dragon behind you. Who is that?
Runara says that dragon's name is Estelagan. Nice dragon.
Do you follow Estelagan?
No, we follow Bahamut, but Estelagan also follow Bahamut, and nice dragon. He watched monastery a long time.
Oh, very nice.
Can I hear this going on? Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're close by. And then you just also see the kobold just like holding up a dagger for Derry to see. See, look, see. So lucky dagger. Saved me many times.
Oh, what has this dagger done for you?
Well, one time I trip in jungle and I get caught in vines, and I cut the vines with dagger, and I get out, and then I hear in distance rustles and leaves, and I ran. But if I didn't have dagger, maybe rustles would have got me.
Maybe. Seems like a lucky dagger you have there, Blep. Hold on to it.
He's just like very pleased that someone else acknowledges this lucky dagger.
So, can I overhear this too?
Yeah. You also, I mean, you maybe kind of hear that in the back a little bit, but you also have like some of the kobolds are like kind of like grabbing at like the edges of, I don't know, like, do one of you wearing kind of like coattail cloak sort of thing? But they're just like, they're trying to like they're like, oh, what's that? This, oh, like kind of like touching the fabric, trying to like hoping not to disturb you, but they just can't contain themselves.
Definitely, if they start tugging on my my fur coat, I kind of like give them the back end of my staff as I'm walking.
I very strong for old human.
Very, you know, zip my lips.
Yeah, so.
And yeah,
I guess we're going with Blep.
Blep will just take your hand, Darian, start leading you up if you allow him.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. So I would say that our Kobold crew, you know, they're just peppering you with questions, who you are, what you're doing, as they lead you up to the dining room, which they would stop and come in here. Say, here, we were about to make dinner. I think Mila cooking tonight. She could cook. And they kind of like file in here. Aga's ran off. So they will all start heading in, and the kobolds will say, you need light. We don't normally, but the humans do. They usually like it. I guess we should set the table. And Killnip will light a candle on the table, and we'll light that sucker up.
I go in first and do a scan of the area to see if there's anything suspicious, you know, being protective of the group.
I mean, as you head in, you see that, near the end of that room, you would see the kitchen. There is just a long bench running the right side of the room, and then in the back, you would see just a small chest, looks like probably for supplies, and then just cooking essentials in there, you know, plates, knives, things like that. And as you guys were walking up, you would have passed just a small room with a wooden door, kind of old, rickety looking, but just hanging slightly below that, you would just see that it has a kind of like, looks like a rope is hanging out of it, and just a wooden platform. Looks like it could probably be used to lift supplies from the water up here. And then you would just see, obviously, to the east, the temple in the distance.
Just to be diligent, I turn to Blep and I say, "Where does that door lead?"
Okay, so Blep would say, that Tarek calls Winch House in common. It brings food and stuff when we can occasionally get things from the sea when we fish. I hope you like fish. We have lots of fish.
Can I check if they're lying or not?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Yes. Let's go. Hold on. Give me a second.
Ooh, good roll.
Ooh.
Yeah,
All right.
Didn't help in the battle, but
18, nice. Yeah, you get the idea that this little kobold would tell you his entire life story if you let him. He does not seem to be being dishonest with you.
okay. That puts me more at ease, and I take a seat at the table.
All right. Yeah, the kobolds make lots of room for their new guest.
Here, gosh, sit next to me.
Where are you?
I can't
Okay.
move over.
I'm nervously entering this room as Aarakocra doesn't like to go inside, very claustrophobic indoors. So I'm very nervously, like, head moving around like a bird, all like quick, like looking everywhere and looking for more courage. I'm rolling some balls in my hand.
Yeah, you enter balls in hand as the Myla kind of peeks around. Dinner be ready soon. And she kind of looks at you. Oh, wings. Oh, like you like, oh shit. Oh, not shoot. I mean, shoot. There are so many freaking kobolds to keep track of. Myla is not the one I was thinking of, so we're good. Oh no, she is actually. She's wing. You like me? You have wings too. I love flying. Well, I used to fly. I don't fly as much. Wings kind of hurt. But I fly one day. I grow big wings when I become a dragon.
When you become a dragon, when you become a dragon.
Yeah. We'll all become dragons one day. That's why we're here.
Wow. I'm nervous to be inside. So I'll just like nervously come sit down with like one butt cheek in the chair and the other leg like off.
All right.
Hearing that, I want to say, what has, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but kobolds don't usually turn into dragons. What?
Oh,
who's been feeding you this?
Runara says we're silly for thinking it. She says same things you do, but can't you feel it when you're on island? It feels different. I think maybe we sit in strange places and enough, and maybe we be really, really good kobolds, and we get to become dragons.
Huh.
Runar says silly, but we think it might work. Maybe.
Is there any particular spots you feel this surge?
The temple feels different. We feel very calm in temple. And kind of happy. There are pools nearby down coast. Very, very nice pools. You feel it there too. Yeah, I think there are more places, but Runara doesn't like us to go too far. She says it's dangerous.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to take a look at these places.
Do you think the pools you'd be able to mark on a map for us?
Oh, and this is Zark talking. I'm not very good with maps, but Myla, she's smart. She'd probably make good map. Or maybe Varnoth. She like maps. She like history too. Do all humans like history?
I'm not human.
I mean, no, some like history, others don't. We all have our own tastes.
Oh, we don't get too many out here lately. Don't get many visitors lately.
Speaking of visitors, is your monastery in danger?
Well, Storm has made it hard to get more supplies. Sometimes, every once in a while, people would come and say hi to Runara and give her crates and things and food, but I haven't seen that in a while. Not really since the storm.
Could we have been short resting, like, during this? Can we do a short rest, or?
Yeah, I would say activity hasn't been crazy.
So I'd say, like, while we're sitting here, the reason I had Golgosh sit next to me is I'm going to start, like, looking over his wounds or whatever.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
RP a little bit of helping patch him up since he's such a crybaby.
Crybaby?
I'm joking.
I collapsed once on a beach.
Sorry, I was about to die there. But yes, as oh, that's a bit louder than I thought. There we go.
Do we do a
So
short rest?
oh, so short rest. You
Foundry.
can on your character sheet click the little bed that's next to your token art in the top left, and you just click the short rest is the first one on the left.
I feel like I've taken 2 short rests as I waited for these people to climb up the hill.
How did?
So as everyone, or yeah, actually, I'll help y'all get that figured out first. All right, looks like Derry got it, L got it. Golgosh, you want a short rest as well, presumably?
Yeah, I'm looking for the bed right now.
So on your
So-
character sheet,
Oh,
it's,
there it is.
Yeah.
I got it.
And yeah, you just gotta click that little the first hourglass on the left.
Did you
From
want to
the
use a
bed.
hit die to recover some hit points?
I mean, I just think I rolled a short rest.
Yeah, you didn't click on the hit die. So when you go to that page, there's gonna be a button that says roll. In that,
Oh yeah,
like,
you'll
pop-up.
get a pop-up, yeah.
It's the D8.
Yeah, it should be a D8.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
Nice. Oh, everyone's feeling mighty fine as coming through the door, you see a middle-aged woman. Well, not middle-aged, sorry, a little bit beyond that. Kind of darker hair beginning to gray a little bit. She's wearing simple robes. She walks in and has a little kobold following behind her, the older one that you saw before, and just says, "Oh, well, we do have guests indeed. Welcome to Dragon's Rest. It's a pleasure to have you. May Bahamut guide you in whatever you're seeking. What can I help you with?"
Really, we just wanted some food and some rest.
Oh, well, Mila is quite the cook. Mila, is it coming along, dear? Yes, Runara, yes.
We
Well, go ahead.
we were aboard a ship was heading this way when a storm approached and sunk our vessel. Coincidentally, we are coming here to find another ship that belonged to the Blue Merchant Guild, Blue Sapphire Guild. You wouldn't happen to know where that ended up? Or
I want to chime in for a second after Elle said that and say, also, have you seen a woman that looks like me?
Well, there have been quite a few shipwrecks over the years here, but I would say that the storm probably hasn't helped. I didn't quite hear any crashed vessel, but I think someone, who am I thinking of? Aga? Someone had mentioned someone crashed about a week ago. Who was that again? Aga just says, "Oh, Runara, I believe that was Rix." Oh, Rix. Well, here, Aga, would you fetch Rix for us to take care of our guest question? Yes, Runara, yes. And Aga will run off to get Rix. And Runara will just take this seat at the end of the table. Say, well, are you looking for someone? Did you have anyone important to you on a vessel that went missing or anything like that?
I don't know if they were on that particular vessel, but the last I heard from my friend, this was the location to be in order to find somebody after all the destruction that's been happening with these shipwrecks.
Oh, well, maybe it was a sign. It's a good thing you are all here, honestly. Maybe you can figure out why we've had so many wrecks over the years, and maybe you can find out what's happening with this storm. I would investigate myself, but my little friends here, they don't appreciate when I leave the temple, so I stay here, and I prefer they not go astray too far either. There are some dangers in the woods. It is the wilderness, after all.
Have you heard anything about the undead coming from the sea?
Ah, yes. We do have undead approach from the beaches every now and again. It's been going on for quite some time, honestly. I'm not quite sure what could be causing it. There is a strange. I get a strange sensation coming from the North Crags, though. I would say that is where most of the wrecks historically have crashed in the first place. There could be something out there that's causing it. It's just strange for so many to have breached land in the same place.
Insight check.
Yeah, do that for me. Give me an insight.
Hexel Vex feels like she's full of crap. She's just there's nobody is this easy breezy.
So
19.
you get the feeling that she is putting on a very calm demeanor, but you kind of get the feeling that, like, she might be letting on that her problems aren't necessarily as bad as she's making them sound. Kind of seems like she's just trying not to worry anybody.
So, because my next thought was to do an intimidation check, but I don't think that's the right move.
Yeah, probably not.
Tell me where they are.
Tell me, where is Rachel?
All right, everyone roll initiative for about 15 kobold. No.
Okay, who is this Rix fellow?
Oh, Rix just likes to help me out around the temple. She's quite the religious fellow. And, she'll kind of climb up a little higher, try to get an eye of the sea. She does. I think she has an adventurous side she's not letting on.
No, survivors have washed ashore and made their way here before?
Not that I know of, honestly. I haven't been able to go check the wrecks myself, but usually the only thing that strolls up on our shore is the undead, or occasionally some of our former, I guess you would call them monks. I mean, we all belong to this monastery. Some of our former residents do drop by and try to make demands now and again. Hopefully you didn't run into them out in the woods. Not everyone likes our peaceful existence here. You did?
Yes.
Oh, dear. They didn't accost you too much, did they? I'm sure they're hungry and scared.
No, I don't think they are anymore. It'll be all right.
Oh. Were you able to help them out in some shape or form?
You could call it that, yes.
We did something.
Oh.
They were a bit over courageous. I had to remove their balls.
Oh, dear. It doesn't sound like things went that swimmingly.
Why would you say that in a Kobold settlement?
I can't blame you though.
My character is not intelligent. Just
They don't walk the way of peace as we do.
I can tell it because you keep flying away whenever we need you.
that's because Aarakocra don't like to be on the ground. That's a character trait. Don't like to be on the ground. Don't like to be inside.
She'll just say that she apologizes if they harmed you anyway. And as she does, you'll see two more individuals shuffle in through the door. One is a older human male, bearded, kind of in some simple clothes, much like everyone here. No one's wearing anything that fancy. If anyone looks a little closer, they notice that he does have some kind of exotic tattoos kind of reaching out from under like his collar and kind of at the edges of his sleeves. But he walks in. Oh, hello, Runara. Oh, and a new guest. Hi. There's never been so many here. And behind him comes in a taller, muscular, black-haired woman. You kind of get a vision, like her vision. She's got scars, scratches. One actually goes across one of her eyes, where you see that same eye is a milky white. She kind of carries herself with a confidence and just understanding of, I don't know, where she is in the world, as she just kind of marches in. Oh, well, I guess we have visitors. I hope there's enough food for everyone. And Runara just kind of puts a hand on her shoulder. Oh, Farnoth, it will be all right. There's plenty for everyone to go around. And they try to shuffle past you, Koos, to get a spot at the table.
It's getting real crowded.
Hello.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, I walk around the table over to Koos. I say, look, I know this is uncomfortable. We can have a couple minutes outside if you would like.
And then Varnoth will say, oh, there's no problem there. Here, the kobolds love me. Isn't that right? Oh, Varnoth, I'm squished. Oh, don't complain. And Tarak kind of moves in. Oh, pardon me. And he'll kind of like squeeze behind you, Derry.
Oh, of course. Then Derry's gonna kind of shuffle out and just kind of stand there at the end of the table.
So finally, as you have shuffled out, Golgosh, you see as three more kobolds approach. They walk in. The older one that you've seen before, Runara, I brought Rix, and Laylee is here too. And as Laylee walks in, they all kind of squeeze into the table. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. Rix moves in. Laylee moves in. You kind of see that she's, unlike the other kobolds, she's got like kind of like little tool pouches and trinkets and belts and all sorts of things hanging off of her. Looks like she might possibly work on things around here. But yeah, so Runara, seeing that Rix would come in, would just say, Rix, what, you saw a ship crash recently in the past week or so, correct? Yeah, yes, mm-hmm. Well, Rix, do you know anything else about it? Our friends are quite inquisitive. Do you know any sort of markings? What was the ship called? Maybe anything that would help her identify it?
I'm sure our characters remember if we got the name. Was the Blue Sapphire
did.
the
Scylla?
The Scylla.
Scylla,
Okay,
yeah.
I wrote that down, but I was like, I'm not sure if that's the name of the ship or something else. All right, it was the Scylla.
Oh,
Merchant vessel.
Now I'm like trying to think, do like medieval like clerics write their ship name on the side?
Of course they do. It's a classic.
You could identify it by the maidenhead.
Oh yes, that is true.
That's
Then the question is, does anyone know what the maidenhead was? The captain might have. Well, so I don't know about Skilla, but a ship crashed. It had blue sails
That sounds right.
and some sort of gym, I think.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Blue gem, maybe.
I don't know. The sails were blue, so it's kind of hard to see. It's all the same. Yeah, I guess the gem is blue too. And she'll just say, yeah, it crashed not long ago, only a week or so ago, pretty quickly after the storm happened. But I was excited. I thought we were getting visitors, but then they just, instead of coming to Cove, they just ran right into rocks. Is the captain blind, or are they okay?
Did the ship run into rocks or the passengers aboard the ship?
The ship just ran right into rocks.
Okay, so I'm gonna run back inside since Koos didn't follow me. And I heard, but I was overhearing everything.
Yeah, as you
I
make
see.
your way back in, Milo will say, dinner. And
Yes.
she will come in and she will drop raw fish in front of the kobolds. And then she will drop some nice cooked fish in front of the humans and also our new people. I figure you probably not like it raw. And she sits down and starts digging into her own, not waiting for anyone. As the kobolds start tearing in.
Wiggling.
Oh, thank you, Mila. This looks wonderful. There's a little seasoning on there for Inara, little spices, a little extra than you see for everybody else. Maybe trying to get some good attention.
I just
So, how often do these storms happen?
Well, this is, I mean, obviously we've had rolling storms here and there, like any other small island, but nothing that has lasted this long. It's so thick as well. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it before it came out of my mouth. Yes.
B Tight's talking about nads. It's totally fine.
Yes, I've never seen anything last this long before. It doesn't seem right, honestly. I'm not sure what could be causing it.
Tweet. It's the same storm off the coast, the other side of the island. Same one.
It appears so.
Does it move? Caca.
No, it just appears to be some sort of large, like D&D people would know what hurricanes were, like giant typhoons. It just rotates around and around. It doesn't seem to change position. I don't see how to escape if anyone wanted to.
Did that ship crashed on the other side of the island as well into those little islets?
Yes, it does sound like the ship Nyx was describing. They did crash to the north into the rocks there. I have noticed that historically that is where they have crashed traditionally. Yeah, I'll look from a higher peak every now and again and see one, but no one ever comes. Just more undead. Doesn't make sense.
This sounds like something we should be checking out.
The North Crags, you said.
Yes, to the north. You would just have to take the trail north from here, and it shouldn't be too long to get there. Maybe an hour or so, max. But honestly, with all the undead about it, I'd honestly fear for your safety a little bit if you were to go there straight away.
Don't worry. I have extra courage.
So, hearing that, well, Runara, there is the problem with our supply of potions. Maybe they could help, and maybe that would be enough to make sure they're okay. Yes, this was the problem with the Myconids, correct? Yes, I haven't been able to visit them in quite some time. Last time I went, there was some strange tentacle creature in the pond there. I wasn't going to risk going to that. I don't know why they would have anything like that though. They've always been friendly.
Do we?
Would we
Go
know
ahead.
what those are?
No, you
Yeah.
go
Do we?
ahead.
I was just gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess someone give me a nature check. If you would
Alright,
like.
who's got the best nature?
All of us, or just one of us?
Whoever
I think,
wants
I think
to.
I think all of us should do it. Just
Roll the same thing rolled last time.
I know nothing.
Woohoo!
Right along with my intelligence there.
There, I got a 16.
All right. So, yeah, I would say the 16. Oh, wait, no, that was the insight check from earlier. Okay, yeah, 16. Tentacles, myconids are like traditionally these kind of mushroom adjacent folk. Tentacle creature that has arisen and appears to be hanging out there. Sounds like possibly this could be some sort of octopus, a fungal octopus, maybe? He never personally seen one before. Might have read it in a book somewhere once upon a time.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Myconids are mushrooms. But this tentacle thing, I've never heard of anything like that.
Did you say testicles?
Oh no, tentacles.
Tentacles.
My Sifu sent me to help you. Sifu sent me to help. Said you might be in some danger. How can I help?
That is so wonderful. Well, who is your Sifu? Who do you follow? And I'm so sorry. I haven't even asked your names. I'm sure the kobolds have tried to suss it out of you. Who am I addressing? Who are all of you?
so I already explained who all of us were.
Oh yes, you did. I'm sorry. You did like the kind of talk
For the
explanation.
kids, though. For the kids.
Oh, the kids. Yeah.
Kids.
Kobolds.
Whatever.
I come from the
kobolds.
Kirsabal Monastery in the jungles of Chult.
Oh, to the south. Okay. Well, I would be more than appreciative to accept your aid. I'm trying to remember what god do you guys follow down there in Chult in your monastery? Right.
That is it's like a bird. Stand by. I will.
Oh,
What's Quaddle?
Fana? Adrufana?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah, Adrufana.
Oh, okay. Yes, I would gladly accept a follower of Fana. Your aid. I thank you so much. Tarak, this does sound like this could be beneficial for us. Is there anything that you could do to aid them in this? Well, I have a sack. I was going to give them the Myconids when I.
So do I.
ran them.
Yes, Koosh would very much like that.
Oh, yes, it is quite. It's a bit disgusting, if I'm being completely honest, but it doesn't smell
I agree.
that great.
Yeah, so is Koos's.
They like to use it for fertilizer, so I guess it is what it is.
My sack is for courage and wisdom.
Oh, well, that's good. I think we should all have a sack for courage and wisdom at times. And
Oh.
if you
They help you make decisions. Make courageous decisions. Make courageous decisions. Okay.
Make
yes.
stupid decisions.
Oh wait, what kind of sack are we talking about here?
Here you are. I'll pull one out. I'll pull a zombie sack out.
Runara kind of turns around. All the kobolds like, wow. Tarak kind of like recoils a little bit. Runara just kind of coolly looks at it like, oh, so you had
Shocking.
to run in with the undead as well.
Hi.
all right.
Hi. Tweet, tweet.
Well, goodness me. Well, it sounds like possibly in the morning you can help Tarak and might be able to help you deal with that shipwreck you're after. Tarak, you do have some leftover potions you could probably give them, correct? Yes, I would have to get them from my room. I could hand them out in the morning, but yeah, I have two I could give up. If you are able to contact the Myconids and just find out what's going on there, I'd love it if you could give my tribute to them, and then if you could bring back some of their oh my god, there's so many random, they're heartcap mushrooms. That'd be wonderful. I could make more for you. I'm sure that would aid you in whatever undead monstrosities you might run into at the shipwreck up there.
You wouldn't be giving this in for free, would you? What, other than getting the mushrooms, is there going to be a cost?
Oh, well, I grow all of my local ingredients. It may take time to make more, but I mean, if I have an open supply with them again, I can probably at least make another one or maybe two if I get a big haul, maybe every day or so. I used to just travel down there. It doesn't take too long to get to the cave. Just gather some mushrooms. But yeah, I could probably make one or two a day for you that I could spare anyways. I don't expect any costs from you if you're willing to help us.
How far away is this cave?
Oh well, the cave it's not too far. It is on the other side of the island, but it is a small island. I would say if you go back down around the cove and then cross the hills there, it shouldn't be more than 2 miles to the west. If we can find a map, I could probably mark it for you.
We've already asked about a map.
Oh, yes. Mila, you have something, don't you? Well, I was cooking. Hey, I can get map though. And she just like looks kind of sad as she's like lowers a half-eaten fish to her plate.
So I turned to Koos and I say, do you think you'd be able to expedite that? Because it's not exactly our objective here, but it may be beneficial in the long haul.
What can I expedite? Okay? How can I expedite?
Getting the ingredient.
Okay? Where are they?
Oh, well,
Tweet.
And
the mushrooms are in the cave with Myconids, which is currently guarded by some strange
tentacle beast.
fungal octopus, as your
Yes.
friend Derry there put it.
It's best we all
I don't
go
like
together.
caves. Don't like caves. Bagak. I'll need some courage.
And what did you say, Al?
We should all go together. It could be dangerous. Don't want to send Koos in there alone.
Perhaps in the morning when there's light. I don't see well in the dark. Bagak? Is there a place we can rest and meditate? Who's the head priestess? I'd like to meditate with you. Bagak?
Yeah, so Runara would say, that would fall to me, Koos. as for meditation, I would highly recommend that everyone visit the main temple of Bahamut further up the cliff. As for lodgings, there are spare rooms down to the south that I'm sure that you could use. The kobolds like to stay near each other, so they have several cots set up in the eastern rooms. But yes, it'd be the first set of rooms that as you walked up the path. I could have someone show you down to them when you're ready to rest.
I
Yeah,
think,
she keeps eating her fish.
and then I say to the group, I think we need to convene in private to figure out our best course of action here. Set out a battle plan, if you will.
Oh, of course, of course. I understand if you're a little untrusting of us. We did just meet. Just know that while you're in Dragon's Rest, you are safe with us.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate your hospitality. I appreciate your food, and I'm not trying to disrespect you at all.
We're safe with Bahamut. We're safe with Bahamut.
Humbug.
Oh, are you okay, dear? Did you have a
There's a
have a
cough
bit of
in
a journey?
my throat.
Well, unless there's anything else that anyone wants to ask in particular, we can kind of do a little expedite as the kobolds, everybody have a nice dinner, talk. They pepper you with more questions. And then as dinner would come to a close, Runar would just say, Aga here could show you to your rooms. Koos, if you would like to visit the temple, or honestly, if any of you would like to visit, I know it is late, but it is available anytime. I can show you up north. But if you would like to sleep, I understand it is somewhat late.
I like to sleep
I'll go.
outside.
Oh, well,
Sleep at the
Koos,
temple. I'll sleep at the temple.
that's perfect. It is open air, so yes, I can lead you there.
I still need to discuss with my team here, though, whatever they want to discuss. So yeah. So let's go to show me where the temple is. Show me where the temple.
Yeah. So she'll. Well, if you'll excuse me, everyone. Thank you for the wonderful dinner, Mila. And Ruinar will squeeze out, and she'll start leading you up to the temple. Is everyone else walking up to the temple, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
I'm
you
good.
guys leave, the rest of the kobolds just kind of sit there talking through the night. They are not tired. Yeah, she leads you up. You go higher. It's about 90 feet up now as you finally make your way up to the temple. So just to give this thing a little bit better description, you see that the highest point of this entire place is crowned by an open-air temple that overhangs the cliff, supported by archstone struts anchored from the cliff face. The north wall of the temple is carved directly into the rock, while the rest of it's open to the nice sea air. You see heavy pillars along the sides, marking the 3 open sides and supporting the roof. In the center of the temple stands a stone statue of a kind-looking old man with canaries perched on his hands, shoulders, and head. And as you guys enter this area, you start to feel a sense of peace wash over you as Runara kind of kneels before the statue and kind of mutters some things and just kind of adds a little bit more incense to the burning.
I'll
go
just
ahead.
follow. I'll just kind of follow her motions.
Is there any way? Is there any way to detect, like, a certain object or a certain area that is kind of causing this sense of peace, or is it just the temple entirely?
So I would say that, like as you guys cross the threshold into this temple, that's when you felt it just kind of wash over you, just feeling at ease.
Meyore,
Um,
I am also very curious at this feeling. I would like to cast Detect Magic.
All right. Okay.
That's what I was
So
getting at. Just didn't know the word for it.
there you go. Yeah. As you cast Detect Magic, you notice an aura that is originating from said statue. Let's see. So this one is obviously, it does seem this aura is a magical aura. It doesn't seem to necessarily pertain to a particular school, but if you had to put anything almost adjacent, you would just feel that this is some sort of a remnant, something that has passed. It bears semblance to life.
Interesting. It bears something to life.
Yeah.
Like it's
The
a
book
living
is-
statue.
Not that you don't feel the magic coming from the statue. It's this aura kind of surrounding it. And just sort of emanating outward, you know.
This statue, I'm saying to Runara, seems to give off some sort of aura of life about it. How did it get here? Did you build it?
Oh, this statue was here long before I arrived. It depicts the god Bahamut, our wonderful patron. As for the aura you might feel, I believe that is a remnant of the dragon that previously watched over this humble monastery, Esteligan. He died some 100 years ago, and ever since then, you almost feel a piece of him and what he stood for here. The kobolds, other than Rix, she is truly devout, but the others sometimes like to come here saying it makes them feel funny and they think that they're going to grow wings and maybe even become a dragon.
Yes,
I tried to
they did
get rid of
mention
these
that.
foolish notions. Oh, did they? I just hope that they don't run off trying to find any other emanations like this.
What type of dragon was it? Okay. Type of dragon? Huh?
Oh,
Steligan.
yes. A
Bronze
Steligan.
dragon.
Yes, that is correct. You
The
are quite
statues
astute.
at the bottom of the cliff. Blep mentioned.
The metal dragon?
So that is a metallic dragon, yeah. They are generally seen as the good guys. Well, in
dragons.
the good versus the metallic versus chromatic dragon war, you definitely don't want to cross a chromatic. You might be okay with a metallic.
I'm going to ask, which might be a stupid question, but I'm going to ask, but when was the last time you saw a metallic dragon here?
Well, we did have a youngling who was staying here for some time. He bore no relation to Esteligan, but he did stay with us for a while. Then
And what?
one day he just decided that he needed more out of life and that he didn't agree with where we were just sitting here, not doing anything about this war. But I tried to show him the way of peace. He just wouldn't understand.
What war?
No, this ongoing conflict between the metallic and chromatic dragons, arching all the way back to Bahamut and Tiamat.
He felt
I mean, there's even... Oh, go ahead.
he felt he should be doing more.
Yes. He had a disagreement. There was even another young wormling on the island. This one, he is chromatic. I do sometimes worry. I hope that he didn't go to try to challenge him to prove himself or something of the like. Young dragons can be quite foolish, thinking that they're much more than they are currently.
And you're saying that that dragon is here right now?
Well, possibly. I haven't seen him in the past week or so. He flew off. I don't know if he went back to the mainland or if he's here on the island or where.
Before or after the storm? Okay.
Well, now that you say it, when he did leave, I did notice the storm did pull in the next few hours or so. I guess could something have gone on between them? Could they have found something that could have caused all of this?
Well,
Were these two? Sorry, BK. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, it's my best guess for what's going on with the storm.
Oh, I hope neither of them are in danger. I just hope they're not at each other's throats, or worse.
These are two chromatic dragons? Or these are two
So
metallic
there
dragons?
is a bronze metallic wormling and a blue chromatic wormling.
Did we get their names yet, or
So she had
are their
not
names,
actually
Baka?
mentioned their names. Yeah, so, well, the bronze wormling was named, his name was, oh my god, it's funny because the blue dragon's name is literally everywhere, and the little bronze dragon name is in one spot. And his name is... It is... Oh my god, I found you, you son of a gun.
that is a long name?
Yes, son of a gun, gosh darn, frackalackin' name of... Oh, there we go. So that would be... Oh my god, it's just so annoying because they say bronze literally everywhere. So, double checking now, I don't think this guy has a name. So his name is...
He must not be important. He's...
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I was thinking now.
His poor name is...
Is an interesting.
His name is, Findamdor.
Findendal.
Findamdor, yes. I know, the dragon names can be quite confusing. A lot of syllables,
And
consonants that don't exactly make sense in our common tongue.
what's the blue one?
Oh, well, the blue, I believe his name is Sparkrender.
Sparkrender.
Yes, a bit easier on the tongue than Findamdor. Findamdor. Let me spell this for you in the Discord. Ah, yes. An asset of all temples.
Fingdom.
I watch as you just summon the letters in front of you.
Man. But yes, I mean, that may be something that would be worth investigating. But honestly, I would hate for you to come into harm's way between two dragons. They may be small, but maybe you should wait a while before investigating that. Whew.
Do you know where they
You,
sleep? Kaka? Do you know where they sleep? Tweet, tweet.
Well, I'm not quite sure where on the island they are. I don't personally venture far from this monastery myself. Last I had heard, they had ran off. I would have to suspect they're here somewhere. Have you seen anything that might stand out that they might visit? Or something that might house something magical that they could have gotten into to cause a storm like this?
Wait. Kus, you saw something, didn't you?
Only what the DM told me.
When you flew up at the beach.
Beach. Did I see? So I saw this monastery, and then I saw the storm, and then we saw a ship.
You
What else
did
did I
also, to the far south of the island,
Aye.
see some sort of spire.
Spire to
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna turn to everybody, and I'm gonna say, look, we got into a very, very complex situation. There's several locations that need investigating, both with the dragons and the undead and everything else that's going on. I'll repeat it again. We need to figure out a plan for this. They're all in different locations.
Well, that one kobold was offering potions for our assistance. That'd probably be a good start. That way we can, the rest of our adventures will have these potions.
Oh,
Don't disagree
Terran.
with that.
You say you don't agree?
Agreed. Okay? Agreed.
Ah.
Yeah, I said I don't disagree, so that was...
Okay. I must have heard the two merge.
Who needs potions when you have balls?
So, as they all say that they agree, Derry, you just kind of hear, I don't know that I like this woman. Who knows? Maybe she's sending you all to your deaths. Now, that would be quite entertaining, would it not?
What?
Yeah, well, entertaining for you, maybe.
Who are you talking to?
Will you still be around?
Who you talking?
Gone.
My head starts turning quick like
Until
a bird.
the end.
Who are you talking to?
I also look
Like
over
looking around.
inquisitively.
Like looking like a bird. Oh gosh.
Another time. My eyes focus again. I'm like, later. Later. Let's go do this thing with the myconids, and I think if we have some potions, then it's gonna make the rest of this stupid job easier, I guess.
And I guess we could figure out what that fungi tentacle monster is.
Yeah, I kind of want to know about that too. Doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like they're short on supplies. I say we get some potions. Check out the shipwreck, see if there's any supplies left over we can bring to these nice kobolds here, these peaceful kobolds. And then head to their octopus testicle problem. Okay?
Hell, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again, I'll go wherever you go.
All right. Then we have a plan.
All right, so for my DM understanding, we're taking the potions and going to the wrecks and not the cave, right?
No, we're going to the cave.
After rest, yeah.
We're going to the cave. Oh, okay, so I think there's some discord here. Because I think two of you were saying cave and at least one of you saying
Wait.
ship.
Was the
Well,
cave?
the fungi's in the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
So,
in order to get the potion creation, we need to do the myconid quest, right?
Yeah, so he's gonna give you 2 free
Right.
off the bat to help you out, but to get any more,
Yeah.
yeah, you will need
And those
to
are in
help
the
us get-
caves, correct?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
That's what I suggest doing. I don't know.
Yeah,
we can
I
do
mean,
something else. but-
that was my understanding of what we were gonna do.
Okay. Sounds
I
good.
do think that sounds like quite a good plan. You are quite tight-knit group, aren't you?
Er,
Well,
Koos,
I grimace at the caca again,
Koos
but
here
I
did
say,
help
I've
me.
just met these guys
Oh.
a few days ago, but they've already saved my life twice, so yeah, I suppose you
Well,
could say that.
those are good
The one's a
companions
good
to
swimmer.
have.
The one's a good swimmer.
Yeah, that one's not me.
And Gorgash here has got some nice chiseled legs.
all I'm
Oh,
gonna say
yes.
is a lot of soldier training. You'll get it.
Physical fitness is extremely important in following the ways of peace and justice so that you can always protect yourself if needed. uh, well, it is quite late. I should probably rest soon. I don't stay up quite as late as these little energetic kobolds. Let me show you to your quarters. And she will.
I turn
Oh,
Can we
go
get
ahead.
those
to Koos.
potions? Can we get
I
those
turn to
potions?
Koos and ask if Koos is gonna spend the night in the temple, like he said.
That's my plan. But going to see where you're staying first. Make sure everyone's safe there first, and get some potions. Okay? Gonna
Yeah.
meditate.
So
Going to meditate here.
as she starts walking down the path, she'll answer your question, Kuth, and just say that, oh, yes, I believe Tarak would have those ready for you in the morning, and Milo should have a map as well that should guide you to your destination. And she will start walking down the path. And so, is there anything y'all want to ask on the walk down?
Yeah, where does my team stay?
Yeah, let me just
Ooh. Oh, jeez. Two of you just disappeared.
flying. All right, so she leads you down. Oh, Blep was up there. Blep did not miss dinner. So yeah, where the hell did I even put her? I mean, where the heck? Oh, is one of y'all on offer? Ah, you are. All right, so she leads you down, and she says that these two guest rooms down here could work.
Help me, I'm
She's-
stuck. Sorry.
I got you. Very good. So she shows you these two. She'll just say, Tarak has said that he is more than willing to give up his room for the night, if you'd like to stay there, since you're being so helpful with everything else. And I can probably get you a couple cots, so that way you're not having to sleep on the stone floor. But yes, this is where you'll be. Will this be okay for you?
Before I go into the room, I'm again just used to my instincts of checking out everything to make sure everything is all right.
Yeah. So, as you look inside, you see that it's a very simple room, furnished with a bed, a nightstand, a small desk, and a chair. Nothing too fancy in here, but only one bed, so that's why Renar's got to get some cots for y'all.
All right, well, as long as I don't sense any craziness or foul play, I'm okay with letting the rest of the group in.
Yeah, she'll walk out here with a cot. Oh dear. Yep. I'm glad you should take the bed. Yeah, I would hate for you to sleep on one of these. And she'll just put a cot in. Seeing you take that room, she'll put a cot in here. Well, gentlemen, I guess this is where you'll stay.
Well, thank you.
I'm
Need
still
a place to sit.
I'm still going to stay outside the rooms.
Gotcha.
and kind of, take watch.
All right. So as you start that, Renato say, well, if anything else, just let me know. Or let any of the kobolds know. They're usually up quite late in the night if you need any form of assistance. But I'm going to head to the library to take care of a few things. Once again, thank you so much for helping us with this dairy Golgosh L Goose. We so appreciate it. Anything we can do for you after this, we'll be more than happy to. Thank you again for your kindness. You truly do walk in Bahamut's path. And she will start heading up the walkway. And oh, go ahead.
No, she is quite the serene one, is she not?
She smells
She
like
does,
incense.
She does seem that way.
Maybe that's why she's so calm.
Yeah. So, is there anything else we need to discuss here about our plan? Do we want to like take watches throughout the night, or
I've done many of watch all night alone, so there's no need, and if you all need sleep, I'll take care of it. But if anybody also chooses, then I will oblige.
You should sleep as well tonight. I come back out.
You don't jump on my back again, though, do you?
No, I just kind of waddle toward the door after inspecting my room. And I come out. You should get rest as well. We're going to need it for tomorrow. We can't have you in rough shape.
All right. Well, let's establish a watch schedule for the night. Elle, I think you should sleep through the night at your age.
Goes without saying.
But I think between the three of us, we can handle this.
Hey, out of character, you guys do know elves don't sleep, right?
Yeah, they got like that
You
trance
gotta
thing, right?
They meditate.
Take your meditation
They
trance
sit down
thing.
and meditate
Well,
for like.
we do know that Koos wants to take some time meditating, so perhaps you could take the second watch.
I'll take the second watch. I'm gonna go meditate the first watch on the temple there.
And I guess you'll just be taking a full night watch without sleeping.
Who, me?
So if I recall,
talking
a full rest
Derry.
requires 6 hours, and you need 2-hour watches is fine with 8 hours. So technically, if you were gonna meditate for first watch and then watch second watch, you wouldn't technically get the benefits of a full rest. Or I believe that's the case. Like do with like interrupting stuff, because then you'd only get 4 hours of rest technically.
So if I do last watch,
Derry only needs 4 hours of rest, I think.
I would say if you, I mean that's true with Derry as well. Derry can technically do 2 watches, but also what you could do as well is if you did a watch, you'd still need the other 6 hours to sleep.
So I guess maybe
Koos
we'd
could
have
just kind
Derry
of
take.
meditate.
You can just wake up too, or
At the same
meditate as you
time,
doze
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Meditate like during his watch. And I know that's a little, not really
No,
meditate.
actually, hold up.
yeah,
So,
that's like studying a spell during your watch, right? Like that's
yeah, no, I would say that you could do that, because also that like temple is like juts out from above,
Yeah,
so you would actually
right.
have a perfect view down here to keep watch as well, So yeah, I'd say that'd be totally fine for you to meditate as you watch, Just
All right.
kind of poke an eye
First
out every
watch.
once in a while.
I'm gonna do first watch meditation then.
Yeah,
I
go
guess
for it.
I guess I'll take third watch.
Yeah, just tap me on the shoulder when you're done with your watch, Koos. I'll know.
Wilco. Okay.
All
right,
right.
well. I guess I'm going to my room.
Cool. So I just put that there so I could remind myself. Okay. So you all head to your rooms. Koos takes position up above for his watch. Is there anything you guys want to do before you kind of like start hitting the hay? Writing, do anything like that?
I'm just going to
Just
sit here outside their rooms and look at the silvery moon.
Gotcha. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
I'm actually, before I go to bed, I'm going to go out. I'm going to talk to Derry. So, you mentioned this war that you're fighting with yourself or with others. I'd love to hear more about it.
One day. Oh gosh.
All right.
Get me drunk first.
Is there a bar in this place? Can we find a bar?
Have you ever been to Waterdeep? Find me at the Yawning Tavern. I'll talk your ear off. The Yawning Portal.
All right. Well, I go back to bed then.
Denied. No.
No, that's a serious thing. Get Derry drunk. Golgosh.
But yeah.
I'm good for the night then.
Okay. So with that, Koos, you keep an eye out for the night as you meditate. You continue to feel the peace and serenity being in the threshold of this temple, but it does not affect your ability to keep an eye on things. The night seems to go by easy enough for you. You do hear the chitter chatter of the kobolds. You notice that like a few start kind of like going down the path a little bit and like peeking around, just like trying to like see what Derry's doing down there. Don't really seem like they're up to anything, any malcontent or anything like that, but they're just excited. And as you kind of see them, you also feel coming up next to you, you feel the presence of Rix as she kind of just sits down on the edge of the temple next to you.
Right next to me at the edge.
Yeah, she's sitting right next to you, like just like, well, as close as you'll allow her. She kind of like you know you're kind of sitting there meditating unless you like immediately talk her off, and she just like you kind of feel her scoot a little closer. And she gets pretty close, but then she just kind of she sits, and you get the idea that you know she knows what's up, and she's not gonna bother you. She just wanted to be near someone else who appreciated this and felt connection like she does to Bahamut. And she doesn't want to interrupt your meditations. She just looks peaceful.
Okay, good. So I don't feel anything suspicious or anything like that.
No.
This is the one with wings, right? Does she have wings too?
Rix does not have wings.
Oh,
She
okay.
is the more religious one that helps Runar out around the temple a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, just happy chitter chatter of kobolds as they go about their little duties. Yeah, and your watch goes
It makes
by.
me nervous there being like that close to me. So, yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to get pickpocketed in the middle of the night. So yeah. Hey, what can I do for you?
Oh, I just saw you meditating. You respect Bahamut. That's nice. So I come meditate too.
That's great. I like to do it in peace with a little distance.
Oh, I'm sorry. She just kind of looks down, but she gets it. She gets it. She's not completely oblivious to things, and she stays there. But you would notice that like every once in a while, she kind of like peeks over at you a little bit, just kind of is just glad that
Okay.
someone here. But yeah, other than that, your watch goes by easy enough.
Okay. Good. Just let Rix know that I need to go down and speak with my team for a second and wake up another person.
Well,
Okay.
me and Elle are the only ones asleep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
because
I'm in my mind
Derry,
palace.
Derry asked me to go touch him on the shoulder, so I'm gonna go touch Derry on the shoulder. And again, Aarakocra does not like to be inside, so I'm gonna let Derry know that I'm headed to perch myself on the edge of the temple and rest.
Sorry, is that B-Tight talking or is that Koos talking? Kind of cutting it a little bit out. Kind of hard to...
Forgot? Gonna go rest at the temple. Don't like to be inside. Forgot?
Oh. Good night, Koos. Have a good sleep.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
All right.
Fly off to the edge there. Yeah, good. Awesome.
There are quite a few different noises that you make between caw, tweet, tweet.
The birds are so
And
peaceful here.
The caw, yeah.
Puts me right to sleep.
3 different types of birds.
Love it.
No, man. Go ahead, Derry.
No, I was gonna say for Derry's watch, I guess he's just gonna walk up and down the cliff, back and forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, you walk up and down easy enough. Kind of same situation as Koos. You hear the happy kobolds going about, just taking care of what they can. You do notice during your watch, Tarak and Varnoth do head off to bed. You just kind of happen to be at a higher rung of the temple when they walked by, and you see that they go down to... Varnoth goes to her quarters, and Tarak goes to the kobold bunks with a little cot in there and heads to bed. Kobolds keep at it, and then eventually, as you're making one of your passes down, Laylee will actually walk up to you, and she'll just say, "Oh, you mage, yes? You know about magic and things, and yeah, you smart, right? Yeah."
You seem to be different from the others. Laylee, was it?
Oh, I Laylee. Well, I'm not too different. I like building things, and I help Myla. Myla, smart. She does all sorts of things. She also finds things and sells things. It's very nice. Sometimes people ask her for things, and she helps them. And I help her. I want to be like Myla one day. So I think maybe you tell me, what can I do to be more like Myla? How do I? What do I need to know? Is there a secret? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Laylee, have you asked Myla? Ever?
Oh, yes. She tells me to study more, and I do, but I don't know. I just wondered if maybe there's magic that makes me super smart.
I wish there were, Laylee. What I can do, I can barely do anything, and I've been studying this for, well, years and years. 50, 60, 70 years. It's been a long time.
Oh, you old.
Well, not for an elf.
Oh, you must be part dragon. Dragons live long time too.
How long do kobolds live, Laylee?
I
Sorry,
want to
Meyore.
say, don't they have a similar lifespan to goblins and orcs, it's only like 50, 60 years or something.
I think goblins live even less than that. I'm not sure though.
Goblins are quick, aren't they?
It's so funny because like the monster manual has a lot of stuff, but then the multiverse monster manual like changed all the race
That's
stuff
true.
to like they all just live.
We can brush past this question.
Depends on how much rum you pour in their shoe.
Wasn't it like
right.
8? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Rumshu was like 8 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a shorter lifespan, we'll say. Short, but full of adventure.
Look, Laylee, I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I'm not a very good wizard. I should have learned much more for how long I've been studying, but I seem to get distracted quite easily.
Oh, I get distracted too. A lot of things to do all the time. Hard to study all the time. Frub gets very distracted too. Almost too distracted. He never stops. Just zip, zap, all over.
Oh, I can imagine there's a lot to do. Even in the library.
Ah, yes, I like the library. Mila likes the library too. But, I know you're walking. Must be thinking big thoughts, smart thoughts. I will let you walk.
Good
And
night,
she
Laylee.
kind of, good night, Derry. And she kind of flies off, kind of a new pep in her step. Even though you don't feel like you've imparted much knowledge on her, she got a lot out of it as she runs back up to the library. But yeah, the rest of your watch goes okay. Is there anything you want to do during that, or just you're pacing back and forth?
I want to know if Derry would recognize that Golgosh is a warlock and not
Oh.
just some generic magic user.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably pretty. I have to say, give me an Arcana check. I feel like that's easy. Yeah, honestly, yeah, Arcana, you should be fine. It won't be that hard of a check.
Sure.
Should have just talked to me.
Yeah, well, I'm a little cagey. Here, I'll just roll Arcana.
All right, yeah, easy enough.
16.
This fella has some sort of pact or source of power that's not necessarily his own or the regular weave like you spent so many years learning to manipulate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as my watch ends, I go to wake up Golgosh.
All right.
Hey,
All right, let's go.
Golgosh, before you go.
Oop. I already went. Let me go back.
Okay. You asked me earlier about the war I'm fighting with myself. Sorry, I didn't open up earlier. I was just thinking about what you did back in the jungle. That's not something that a wizard could do. I kind of feel like you've got a passenger of your own with you.
So I take a good long look at him, kind of in like knowing that he knows. But because I've never displayed my vessel with this group, skeptical because I like to keep it safe. And I say, the whole reason why I'm here, the whole reason I joined the army, everything, it's because my father was a fire genasi. And he left my mother. And until recently, I did not realize I had an additional sibling, or a sibling, And that's really what I've been searching for. But I do have powers given to me by my father as a last, I guess, blessing that my mother really requested so that I could protect myself out in the world more.
I see.
But that's also why I'm so protective of everybody, is because protection is what I've now been used to in my life, and something I'm going to continue doing. But I wanted to be straight with you, Barry.
You know I'm gonna tell him, right?
You're gonna tell who?
I'm gonna tell you. I am telling him.
Oh, fine. He'll just look like an idiot anyways.
Yeah, well, I've got a passenger, Golgosh. And, unlike you, he doesn't really help me. He just bothers the crap out of me.
Well, if there's anything I can do, I'm happy to do it. But it sounds like it's certainly more of a battle you're having with that passenger rather than something I can help with. But if I ever, I will help you look for a way to dispel this passenger. As long as you help me find my half-sister.
You're not the only one looking for some siblings. Except, I think my siblings are the reason I have this idiot stuck in my head.
Does this ever impact you, you know, when we've been fighting or when we've been on the ship? Is it something that we can suppress somehow?
Ooh, I don't know if I like this one.
Oh yeah, well, I like him just fine, okay? He's more help than you've ever been.
Oh, Pshaw.
And that's why you're talking to yourself sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
But it's not to yourself.
You know, it's strange, Golgosh. I've been so reluctant to open up to all of you, but back in Waterdeep, I just drunkenly told everybody my story. I sat at the yawning portal and I guess I just scared everyone away. Person after person after person.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm not going anywhere. Not at this point, not with what we've been through.
Well, I'll help you, Golgosh. But honestly, I am just here because I ran out of money. I'm at a loss. So,
Understood.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find something of value here. Something quite interesting, if I say so myself.
oh, and how would you know?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Yeah, if you'll let me. If you just let me focus for 2 seconds.
Would you ever share what this passenger is saying to you with me?
He doesn't say anything useful most of the time.
Understood. Well, I'm very glad you told me, and I'm glad that I was able to inform you of my real motivation to be here. As much as I love everybody in this group so far, based on kind of what we've done, I would do anything to find this half-sister that I've never met before.
I've got your back.
Excellent.
Well, the best I can.
And
I'm
I've
not a
got
fighter
yours.
like you. Thanks.
I got lucky and
Go ahead.
sorry. No, I was just
No, I was making a dumb joke. Go ahead.
I got lucky in the jungle with that killing, but it's something I'm still trying to wrap my mind around in terms of how to actually possess this power. So
Well, I'm sure we'll find what you're looking for. As for me, I'm just trying to get by. Maybe I'll tell you more later.
I understand. And with that, I walk out of the room to take my watch. After a super emotional conversation.
Yeah,
That was
go
awesome.
gosh. That was great.
Good.
I mean session 2 and we already got a nice big ol' role play. That was, oh my god, that was awesome. But yeah, Golgosh, your watch goes easy enough through the night. You kind of like see some of the kobolds like, you know, peek behind the corner over here every now and again. You do see one who kind of like, he's a bit more obvious than the others, and he kind of like sees you, and you're kind of, you know, you're a soldier trained, you know how to stand watch, and you see he's like kind of trying to mimic you, like like puffing his chest out a little bit, keeping an eye out, holding the fake imaginary spear, and like if you glance over, he kind of sees you and just kind of gets startled and starts backing off. So oh, go ahead.
This might be a useless thing to do, but with the dark vision, can I look out into the water and see anything that's going on out there?
Yes. I mean, the water, this is just a cove. So I'd say it's maybe like a half mile across to the other side, but I would say in the water, you just see the nice, consistent flow of the waves as they crest upon the land and back. Don't really see any movement.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, with that, the rest of your watch goes easy enough. It now comes time for you to finish up your rest and I guess wake up the granny for her watch.
All right. Elle's probably gonna like beat me up or something as soon as I walk in. All right. I walk in and I very like quietly say, Elle, 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 Elle. So I let her. I'm just gonna let her rest. I just leave.
Oh,
All right. Elle continues to sleep, and Golgosh, are you headed to your cart? Or I mean, cot, not cart.
Yeah, I wish I had a cart.
I just realized y'all are seeing this way brighter than it looks for me for some reason. Interesting. Go ahead though.
Looks fine to me. How many hours until sunrise?
So I'd say it's two hours till sunrise. It's about 4 in the morning right now.
Gotcha. And Koos is up at the temple, right?
Yep, he's sleeping up there.
All right, then yeah, just like with my soldier background, I'm just gonna keep staying out and just looking out at the sea, seeing if I see any vessels or anything like that. Unless Al really wants.
yeah, no, I'll waddle my way out. Took me a little bit to wake. and get
Okay,
going.
so I did wake you.
Yeah, it just took me a little bit to get out, and then I stumble out. No, go to bed. Go to bed.
Okay, then I go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, L, you keep an eye on things outside. First hour goes by easy enough.
Is Derry in like a meditative state, or what's going on?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to say when Golgosh came back in, Derry went back out to his old place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of, after that first hour, I'm gonna kind of like creep inside Golgosh's room. I'm gonna just kind of like really softly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's not too hard. He's asleep.
I'm a creep over to the side of his bed, just stare down at him.
All right, I wake up from a nightmare, and I turn to Al after I'm just like startled awake. I'm like, what are you doing in here?
I just was gonna check on you.
Now there are two of them.
Oh no, go to sleep. I was just checking on you. Jeez.
I appreciate that.
All right. Gosh.
Oh lordy.
I'll give him. I'll tuck him in a little bit under like the arms.
Are you gonna swaddle me?
Yeah. Give you the tuck in underneath the whole way down, and then
I'm sitting there swaddled after you're done tucking me in and swaddling me, and I'm like I'm having a hard time getting back to sleep.
step outside again, and then I'll just continue my watch.
Yeah, so I would say about a half hour before sunrise, you see the kobolds all start to head down from up above, and they start funneling into their cabins. They're not too great in the sunlight. It's a lot easier on their eyes for them to work at night. And as they start shuffling away, the older kobold, Aga, she'll walk up and say, "Oh, they made you watch. Those, oh my, you're so, dear, shouldn't you be asleep? How could they do this to you?"
I know, it's just terrible, isn't it?
It is. Shame on them. I hope you give them a good spat in the morning.
Yes.
We tried to make you not have a watch.
Well, they're good enough people, I suppose.
Yes, I do appreciate that you're all willing to help us. Well, if you need anything, dear, I'll be in the bunks with the others over there.
All right.
Enjoy the sunrise. All right.
Do I
And
start to
Oh, go ahead.
stir? Do I start to stir at the sunrise?
Yeah, so the sun begins to rise shortly after as Koos begins to stir with it as well. Looking upon Derry, you also start to come out of your trance a little bit.
Nice.
Golgosh, you kind of wake with some light coming into your cave tunnel, and you witness you witness the nice shade of the sunrise. It's kind of hard to see it on the horizon with the enormous storm surrounding the island, but at least in this moment, it is peaceful, and you could almost forget about the chaos that is surrounding you all. And with that, we will end tonight's session and pick up the morning in the next one. So until then, let's keep making stories together.
Bye, everyone.